Out the available DRX players now. There is no more chances and no more hope for DRX. In the hands of Freeing, but short-lived for sure. Fnatic answer, and we are 1-1 in this best of 5 lower finals.
Clean finish in the end for Fnatic. They're going to feel vindicated for that one. A 10-round lead, a DRX with a lot to shrug off after just being eviscerated on Corone. Now we get into more comfortable territory. Now the next map coming up on Haven, one where these two teams have played before.
And they know each other intimately here. The storyline continues. Mako and Boz, the two vets who have been to every single champions facing off, squaring off. Go to a quick break. When we return, the analysts will get us nice and ready for that Haven, the fated map.
I want you to lose. Stupefy them.
No, I don't want to stupefy.
No, I don't want to stupefy ourselves.
I didn't think about that one. Stupefy.
Hey, just.
Oh my goodness. Zestify is out.
Zestify.
I'm dead.
Holy shit.
Oh my goodness. They're coming B.
An update is required. Financial system updating. System updated.
We will dance together.
The future of money is here. Feels good.
Jamais peligrosa, j'ai bien compris que pleurer ne m'apporterait rien. Écoute bien, si on dit à mes bros, ils m'attendaient pas, je le fais taire et puis je reviens. Tu finiras en tôle si t'es pas mort avant. Une vie dans un coffre, ce t'en rêvera. La vérité c'est tough et t'es fait comme un rat. C'est beau t'y réfléchir à 2 fois dorénavant. Écoute bien. Passer les bornes, je suis Voodoo Chai pendant que tu t'en vas. Tu finiras en tôle si t'es pas mort avant. Une vie dans un coffre, ce t'en rêvera. La vérité c'est tough et t'es fait comme un rat. C'est beau t'y réfléchir à 2 fois dorénavant. Dis-moi comment je vais te rattraper, je suis en pleine forme. Garde tes belles phrases, tout ton pensée. J'étais trop sage à marcher en serrant bien mes clés. Et j'accroche ta photo à l'entrée. Mais t'aurais quoi de plus si je me coupais les cheveux? Je sens bien que t'as la trouille, je vais te le dire dans les yeux. Tu sauras où te fait peur de moi.
Welcome back, friends. Before we take a look at that map 2, we do have to take a moment to give a massive shout out to our host for this event. The city of Paris has partnered with Riot for Champions Paris as part of their ongoing efforts to promote esports in the community. As a guy who's been working in esports for well over a decade at this point, and I've seen and visited Paris for a lot of esports events, I can say that the French know how to do esports. So it's actually pretty dang cool, and we thank you all so much for joining us here, both in the venue and, of course, at home. But now, let's go ahead and welcome a guest to the desk. We have head coach extraordinaire, if you happen to watch the EMEA broadcast, which I'm sure a lot of you do. It's Pal here. Coach Pal, pleasure to have you here, my friend.
Thank you very much.
How's the event been for you so far?
It's been great. Finally managed to actually get here in some form, not the form that I'd originally planned.
It's too soon.
Yeah.
It's too soon.
You can't tell me that. But yeah, no, thank you very much, guys, for having me. It's been a great event so far. It's actually been my first ever sort of Riot international event for Valorant as well. So
awesome.
enjoying the show that's been put on for all of us.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to your insight. Let's dive into our HyperX Reflex moment here. And Bea, talk about what we saw, because Crashies absolutely lit the server on fire.
I think that Crashies knows that NRG is on the other side, just waiting in the grand final, and he wants to take his revenge. And he proved it during this match, entering in many of the situations in every single execute. This time, it was surprisingly not just the utility that we have to highlight from him. I think everybody from Fnatic after that first map has really stepped up.
Yeah, I mean, truly incredible stuff that we were seeing from Crashies Pal. Feels like he is really clicking here, but more importantly, it just felt like a complete control from Fnatic.
And it was these buy rounds where Crashies had his moments. He had his 1, he's had his 2, he had his 3 in this clutch in round 9 as well, that kept that snowball going every single time. Putting DRX back down onto the eco as well, just didn't give them any space to get into the map whatsoever.
No, he was out of his mind. I mean, hit nearly 50% headshots during that map too. Absolutely insane stuff. Tremendous ADR. Chronicle as well, really playing phenomenally on that map. You know, as that Viper, that round, you know, where he almost got the ace on the, you know, eco, that was absolutely insane. Obviously, Boaster is doing Boaster things.
Yep, he was...
we have to give him props. I think that he played very well. Like, yes, he did get the 1v3, but Boaster was also part of that. He was also part of all the clutches. Coming into this match, we spoke about the importance of Maka on one side and Boaster in other. And yeah, Boaster is doing Boaster things. So I guess
he hit him with the Fortnite L dance. Okay, wasn't ready for that one. All right. Partly, I'm hoping he busts out the Macarena at some point in time. That'd be pretty dope. You know, throw it back, whatever you want to do.
The Macarena.
With the Macarena. That really showing my age there. With the, you know, Macarena.
I know it.
Anyway, you know it. You know it.
Yeah.
Now, of course, though.
And I'm just there in the middle.
Oh, you don't know the Macarena? Wow, that is just a sad time. A sad time for society. All right, let's go ahead, though, and talk about what happens to DRX here, because paper thin, DRX absolutely got shellacked. No way around it here. They certainly need to bring it back. This was supposed to be a good map for them. We all thought this could be a DRX being up 2-0 in this series. Instead, they don't just find themselves, you know, tied up, but they found themselves kind of getting the butts whooped out there.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, I think this reminds me a bit of what we saw on Haven the first 2 times these teams played, right? They go over to the defender side and they can't stop anything with this double duelist comp. They're playing so passive, they're playing so safe. Their side anchors can't be relied upon. You know, Freeing was getting beat up. So I think for me, I'm looking at this the way that I'm going to be looking at Haven the next map is the mental game. How are they going to prepare for their defender side coming up?
I think that's going to be the biggest thing that we've got to look at now is, right, how do they reset themselves? They know they had a very, very strong performance, even on that defense side, with Yunmin having a lot of value from his utility, creating that stopping power that the rest of the comp doesn't really have. And now it's about, okay, we've got a best of 5. We don't need to rush through this. We've been there, we've got the first map, okay, now we're back to equal again, but now it's down to a straight best of 3. You back yourself every single time. As long as you're prepared well enough, you're going to back yourself across those final 3
Is that what
maps.
you're telling your team when you're in these situations like this?
Yeah, tried saying that. Didn't quite work, unfortunately. But yeah, absolutely.
But as a head coach, though, that's what you're more or less trying to push forward for.
Exactly, especially when you've got to this situation of, right, we're 1-1, okay, back to equal. There's no reason why everybody individually now isn't warmed up in the server. Everybody's ready for the game plans. Normally at this point you start to get a little bit more loose with your preparation on the maps as well. Doesn't need to be as anti-strat heavy, doesn't need to be as specific with some of the adjustments of the game plans. And now the players always in these situations start to become a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more confident, reliant on their own individual skill as well.
And isn't it cool that we restart this best of 3 with the first map that we had earlier in the competition between these two?
Oh yeah.
That being Haven. You guys remember the insane comeback that Fnatic had on this map. But as you're saying, Paul, everybody's warmed up here, and we have to look at the individuals. Clint, you were speaking about Chronicle. Remember, guys, how he started the first half even on this best of 5 with a 1-11. He's back in the server, but what I want to see is a little bit of Kayak.
All right, here comes the agent select now, and Fnatic, of course, Crashies, he's just going to hold that one for the timing. He's doing his thing here. We're not, of course, getting any changes here, Paper Thin, from the DRX side of things. They're going to continue to run that Mosquito comp. We're looking for just some more aggression here, right, especially on the attack, without a doubt, but just more of that ping-pong gameplay that we've been seeing from the Waylay and the Yoru, right?
Yeah, exactly, and I mean, specifically on the defender side, you need more value out of the Waylay. Like, you've got to be able to get some good ults to hit, to get some good saturates to hit, to find those moments where you can set up those crunch plays, maybe at the top of a lobby, things like that, where you can really utilize that agent's ability to cause chaos, to slow up and gum up your opponent's ability to create space.
Absolutely. It's those saturates, those ultimates that Hyunmin was so good at on the defense on Sunset. But now, when we go into this attack side, going up against the Fnatic's defense, they need to get in and around them. They can't just start going through the Viper and the Killjoy utility. They need to find those gaps around the middle of the map a lot more.
Mimi did a brilliant job explaining how PaperX wanted to deal with DRX and what they do in the attack. It's the same almost in every map. Fnatic did find a way around it, and they have to repeat it for this one. Again, put in a little bit of pressure, also learning to just play for the retake, understand that they're going to be extra aggressive and just playing around it. You know how to.
Both teams are at an even keel here. It's now time to start map 3. It's Haven. Let's send it back over to Brendan Sideshow for the call.
Really getting into the swing of things here, this middle ground territory and best of 5s, and time to see if DRX can put their best foot forward. They're setting on their favorite side of the attack with this composition, even making changes to it, which I'm a fan of. I didn't like it, at least when they were playing the Neon with the Waylay. It left Flashback almost out on his own a lot. Much better when they combo off of each other and they can play that ping-pong style. So they made the changes there, adjustments need to be made, and then there's also the question of mental resiliency. Can they bounce back after being smacked around by a Fnatic squad that is used to really asserting themselves in these high-pressure scenarios?
I think it is so important, though, that they're starting on the attack side here of Haven, because that's where they got their 10-2 lead last time around, and it's the defense where they've been struggling. It was defense Corrode that they just got bullied on. It was defense Haven where they ended up losing massively. Went down 11-1 there to lose the 10-2 lead that they gained. And I agree with you that the change onto the Yoru is a good one overall on Haven. But I think it should make their attack side slightly weaker because the Neon Wall and the stuns are super good on BXX. So it should make their defense side a lot better, slightly worse in this half.
Chronicle is playing right onto the edge of the smoke there. A couple of shots to lay it down. So Crashies by his side.
And taking a lot of A space very early on. It was almost impossible, for Fnatic to hold on against what DRX were doing.
One play break start, doesn't give away the game just yet. 5 players grouped up over towards A now, looking to apply that pressure. Reinforcements need to arrive, and what a perfect paranoia just in time. Posted towards the back, the shots don't land, the recall back, and Alpha DRX are playing themselves in anyway. What a way to assert yourself and announce yourself to the party. Felt like that one was falling to pieces when the duelists weren't really able to get anything going, but
Well, that shows you the power of the Refract in that situation, too.
Absolutely.
Hyunmin pulls all of the attention. Trip broke on the flank. Freeing started to think about it, but Alpha would have to hit some ungodly shots to make this one a reality.
It's going to have to be surgical. It goes on either side here. Kayak already taking a dink to the dome. Not much life left in him, but he can still do some damage, perhaps, from this angle. The time is ticking. It's getting away from him, and right from behind, that's where Bane Gonna strike.
I mean, that's a good, confident look from Bane there, pushing all the way upstairs. Not just cowering on the site after getting brutalized on Corrode, looking to try to take the fight to Fnatic. Hyunmin, he takes a loss, but also building up one step towards his ultimate. Wasn't really about the duelist though, was it? It was about those players behind them. Bane and Mako in particular.
More supportive elements.
Yeah, taking all of that space together. I like what Boaster's doing with the paranoia there, because it's a really good idea of being able to push back the duelist, but there is no smoke on site for the others to play around. I look at Crashies and Chronicle in that situation. If they had an on-site smoke to also use, that would be really good to stop the others from being able to take all of that space. But Boaster instead prioritizing the paranoia in that spot because it's really good at keeping the duelist back.
So it's 1-1. Good start.
Not dealt with early. Name of the game for Fnatic on their eco. Going to be trying to farm up most of these
Kind of
orbs.
gutted I missed the last game, but
Take away some more win cons as well, because
seen the
they don't want to
highlights.
get DRX going on this comp attack side with the ults generated. They will snowball. The game can get away from you.
Yeah, we saw on Haven 2 extremely one-sided halves. And we've just seen a super one-sided half on Corrode as well. We've had quite a lot of these over the course of the tournament, actually. Teams building up a huge amount of momentum, snowballing off the back of ults, and then in some instances, ridiculous comebacks. Could be a map for that, but you'd expect that both teams have made adjustments to how the other was playing earlier in playoffs. This time, though, Fnatic giving up the A side. It's very, very difficult to anchor against DRX's composition.
Smoke's propped up. It's a really awkward one as well, but as it goes down, that's going to be the sign to go forwards. Big Smoke to play in as well. Makes it uncertain almost, but dominating the angle still with that hinder, dropping down. These are players that are flooding their way back in. Fnatic
These are nice smokes, man.
finding their footing. Paranoia sweeps. It's massive, honestly, and alongside the dart, it combines it all. The only thing missing from Fnatic is the weaponry in their hands to do the job and the damage after the fact. It's good util combos, though. Could be signs of life for a little bit later when Fnatic are on that even ground.
Yeah, all three players there inside the site getting caught by the Paranoia. Yeah. The Recon combo, but comes down to Alpha to do something simply miraculous and, I would argue, impossible with the Classic in his hand.
Yeah.
So cleanly done there for DRX. Shaking off the doubts from Corrode. Now we're getting into more familiar territory, remember. The first two maps we'd not seen Fnatic play all tournament. Now Haven, a map where we've seen both teams clash. Bind coming up next that both
Will
teams
there be
play
a spike
quite a lot
planted
of.
this round, round 3?
And then ending,
where will it be
if we
planted?
get there,
Site A, Site B,
on a
Site
set,
C, or no spike
which was
plant?
again
I'm gonna
featured
say.
in the match that these two teams had to open playoffs.
What are we? Third, no
Looking
spike
towards
plant.
C as part of their default for this round. Maybe just to deal with Alfier's turret.
I'm saying no spike.
It's way out in the open. It's broken though, so acknowledges that they are leaning over towards C early on. Flashback. Happy to take a few pot shots, apply the pressure evenly, still see if he can keep a couple of players of Fnatic anchoring over towards A. Instant reclay being caught. I mean, Crash is already using a drone and it's forced a rotation. You can see Boaster already getting a move on.
Right here. Alpha should be trying to challenge this one with his rifle a little. They've got the wall to flood back in. Alpha and Chronicle are a nasty duo to hold on.
Yeah, to be fair.
But DRX can be pretty overwhelming. They take the front side at least.
Yeah, it's slow for now. Trying to save a bit, some pieces of the util to try and take into the further fights. Deep Smoke just going to be laid down and drop down. Still that Locks angle. It's going to be anticipated. Mako to clear it. That dart not dealt with. It does light up multiple players, but they're flooding in now, trying to get the fight going. But what a flash and blind.
This is the first time
with
I've
the immediate answer back.
managed to get the.
They've got so many tools to deal with that Viper wall. Mako was set, prepped, ready to go for a Paranoia. Flashback has two flashes to work with as well.
They're both perfectly synced up on
They've
all
got
my
so many
screens right
ways
now.
of being able to put pressure on backside players. And that's why usually when we see these teams clashing in Pacific, it's the job of the Killjoy to try to drag util out early on. You don't just play for the flood. You have to challenge a little bit before
especially
teams like DRX get in.
Like DRX. It's one of the identifiers that Boaster was talking about. He was saying, well, you got to fight them early. You got to force the util out of them.
Well, that's the exact opposite of what they just
Exactly, right? So got to see them playing towards that a little bit more. It's tough on a map like Haven. As you see pressure spread out. You never really want to be the player that's hard anchoring alone when the rest of your team isn't ready to help out.
No, but I mean, at the same time, you see teams like, if you want to pick out a team that's playing a pretty similar composition, you find a team like Gen G, for example, and Foxy9 is stood in front of default, trying to take challenges onto players running up long. You know, you sometimes need a nutcase.
There's that play. Just missed Pryor. Beautiful flash. Nice setup. Bonus conversion. That's an early timeout, isn't it?
Timeout. Super early. Makes me think it's either something to do with the calls and the mentality on the team, which would be weird because the energy should be high. Feels like Fnatic should be in prime mental position, having just come off the back of an incredibly dominant Corrode, which is their opponent's opportunity to go up 2-0. Or, alternatively, it's just Milan reminding them to play to their outs, the prep that they've had. The ante and the read that Boaster's demonstrated, which is to skirmish with them a little bit, to try to avoid DRX being in a position to just exec. We didn't see it on Corrode, you didn't get the chance to watch it, but this team is perfection. It feels like they have spent years in a server drilling every execute. The timing of all of the different pieces and how they ping-pong off each other is really nice. When it comes to teams running set executes, DRX second to none at this tournament.
They're doing it best.
But then Boaster is also saying if you stop that aspect of them, they can't mid-round. So, you know, you take the good with the bad, and Fnatic have got to try to force DRX more towards the bad.
Time to jump.
3 Sheriffs, 2 Rifles saved. Look towards round 4. Adjustment's still going to be made immediately. Look at that, Kayak. Happy to step up again, a bit of posturing from him.
One of the only players with a rifle. Instantly gets him the opening kill.
Yeah, that's a gun potentially on the ground. I think they might be able to reclaim it.
Activates a trip. Trip, though, not broken off the back of that clone. DRX going into B here, but without the neon wall, remember.
Yeah, it's not going to be holding back this one. Still, Fnatic are waiting in the wings, looking for a chance to really strike where it hurts, but that plan will go down. There's no pressure.
They're looking to apply pressure to these players they know are going to be falling back, so a double push out through Garage. Kayak and Alpha. Playmakers.
Yeah, looking to see if they can insert themselves into the conversation. Boaster as well onto the flank. Noise coming out either way with that paranoia, but it doesn't really catch on the freeing. Look at him lying off to the sides. Takes a shot to the dome. We come in instantly there. Answers in kind. Big gun for it, and yeah, I mean, trying to withstand that kind of stuff. It leaves it down to Chronicle and Crashies, though. It is a 2v2. Long range with a Shockies. Dart over the top, and a Hunter's Fury was earned to Pryor. All that damage done. Going a bit wide on the mark, but it has bought enough time for the round win, nevertheless.
Forced a Hunter's Fury out from Bane, so a silver lining and 2 guns still kept for Fnatic. But I think they'll have been hoping that that pressure on the B post plan would have worked a little better. Boaster gets himself tucked up all the way into A lobby and throws a paranoia through. They're supposed to clear grass. They've looked at the previous game. They know where DRX like to play from, but Freeing's position is so smart. It's just out of all the danger. Able to re-swing back in anti-flash while Bane's covering the other side of things. And no chance there for Boaster to win that duel. 2 ult orbs away from Flashback, having a massive attacking ultimate. Kayak a little closer.
Fnatic players will spread with the default. Bit of pressure again being applied. The shots fired off. Turret's a bit further back from now, but Chronicle's gone down. That's just spam through the wall.
That's brutal. Don't know whether they saw the traces coming through or what, but that is a massive loss. You can't re-clear and flood back in on and see that easily. And Garage should weaken as well. A really nice pause called in the round for Mako.
Look at what it's done for Fnatic.
He's been remarkably good at closing out 5v4 scenarios. Fnatic usually get the first picks. I mean, that's been something that's been working for them all tournament. Whether or not they close out 5v4 is a different matter, but DRX are so drilled in these spots. Very unlikely they make mistakes.
Being a part of the util. Hold being dismantled here by Alpha. Currently sitting at 0 and 4, but he's going to get his chance to shine soon enough.
They are starting to go into the stacked area of the map.
Yeah.
Recon broken and DRX sniffing this out possibly, but don't have too much room to maneuver. You can't go anywhere here. You just got to re-hit.
Comes down to this fight, taking us an off angle though, and this is disjointed. Freeing, he's not ready for the trade. Almost immediately off that back. Fnatic forwards again. Alpha wants to step up even more. Cage in your face though, and this is damage being dished out on either side of things. Crashes! It's two instantly layered out, and Freeing takes the right time to strike. Patience played, but doesn't have control towards the back of the site. Boaster left turning around, looking for the time to see if he can deal that death blow. Denied for now. Freeing spotted out just from that barrel, and the shots are going wide. Boaster still with that control. It's going on
no way!
Mako! He's done him dirty with that one. IGL v IGL action, and the running and gunning is what's saving them in this. Kayak in a 1v2. And no one willing to give him that sign of life. No one willing to give him that fight.
Oh,
Mako!
it's illegal!
Can't be doing it to him.
That's a red card! What on earth has he just pulled out to get DRX up to 5-0?
It's disrespectful, isn't it?
It's revolting. There are a few traces there that detect Chronicle. They have over an 80% win rate when they get the first kill across this tournament, DRX.
Yeah.
And you see that even when things get really sticky, somehow they find the 2v2 magic they need, which in this scenario was Mako running around spraying a Vandal at close range.
Brown might be living rent-free at the back of Boaster's head. There was opportunities for him. Couldn't find it. It's knocked Fnatic down to lower economy. A couple of Sheriffs still have a gun or two, at least with the Guardian. But up in mid here, flashback, he might get overzealous, and indeed, that's a head clean off. Shave from the shoulders. Gun not reclaimable. Take flight. It's the only silver lining for DRX currently, but you don't want to get bled out, especially when these shots are firing off. Fnatic are perfectly happy to try and take the fights towards you.
Yeah, and it definitely feels like they're trying to play to that win condition we were talking about, where they disrupt DRX before they get into position. Flashback going down early. Fnatic not quite as clean at closing out 5v4s, and this round a bit unfair to hold them to the same standard because they've got 3 Sheriffs and 2 Guardians. So DRX will have chances here to keep that clean sheet they're working with. Fnatic could love a Thrifty though.
Kayak's contact. Boaster is a paranoia in the back pocket. Repositions though, and spotters it out at least now. There's about 40 seconds left. Double dash in. That's a TP alongside it. Reveals the position. Kayak doesn't care. All popped off, and he is safe as anything. Even a gun reclaimed in the process. He's got a rifle now, and this is applying from multiple directions. Plan from DRX is caught for. It's going to be towards that A-Link area, but you still have the smokes to contest with. These players are going to dig deep. If they fight on the site in a position like this, Fnatic have got them surrounded.
Drone doesn't get a tag on Bane, he'll have a chance.
Broken, but there's no fair fight, no squared up engagement. Dart reveals, Hyunmin spotted, noted, out, and this is too much to overcome. Overwhelmed here. Call is made, and there's the danger from Fnatic. Always lurking around every corner, you know, the damage they can do, weapons or not.
A big Thrifty, and that one showcasing, I think,
mate, I called
the
it right. I
aggression
said
early
if
round
Fnatic
really
gonna win
paying
this
off.
round. The prediction was
A small
which team
gap in
will
the
win this
default
round.
for
Round
DRX
6.
weren't aware that Kayak
DRX or
could be that
Fnatic.
deep. And he gets one and gets
2,800
out.
people said that
From there,
DRX are going to win.
you don't need to continue pressuring.
1,177 said that Fnatic
Fnatic
will
can
win
be
the
confident in the way that they swarm around the site. But they've got to keep that same idea going.
Correct prediction, top 24%. I've got 2 questions right. One question right out of 2 so far. There's 3 questions pending.
Listen, at least the spirits are high.
Yeah.
Not disheartened. Fast off the rip.
Very quick. Looking to take the fight into Kayak.
2 players spotted with the drone as well.
What is this fucking smoke, bro?
4 people.
They're going to refight.
What is that smoke?
Flash through this one. They've got a ton of util to do it. It's a paranoia to lead the charge. Coming free and just worse for the way. Didn't expect that one. Mako's going to try and hold it down here. Recall into the corner. The heads are turned. What is that from Flashback? To TP up the gut straight through onto the site, but his immediate return of that fire. Kayak is there. Lying in wait now with the operator. Might get another chance of things as well. With the contact plays of DRX. They're playing right into Kayak's wheelhouse. And Bane's in a 1v2. Unexpected, unanticipated. Alpha here should be able to do it easy
We need them to be like that, bro.
Fnatic bring the fight to DRX.
Kayak is
and in the midst of all the
online,
chaos, almost let it slip. But at the end there, it's Kayak and Alpha to secure the round. Alpha very fast on the flank, making use of all of the info that the rest of the team is giving
There
it.
was Alpha's flank.
There were a lot of players here that died in unexpected ways, not anticipating where the op was going to be, not thinking where the refight was going to happen. Crazy double dash refract as well from Hyunmin. played Mako in, and DRX almost managed to turn it. But now, tag timeout coming in from Termi, and I think this is about the right time because there's been a very big shift from Fnatic.
A sharp adjustment. I mean, you think about the pace the fight's being taken.
Yeah.
Fnatic are super eager to fight and re-clear a lot of that space. It's pretty rare for Fnatic to do a play like that.
It is. Yeah, you think of that more with teams like Heretics, for example, or Giants even. When you're looking at the EMEA squads, Fnatic are more known for their patience. Of course, that's on the attack side, but on defense too, they do tend to hold their ground, play for retake much more. They're not running at you, but they've really noticed that you got to play like that against DRX, against this comp that's so overwhelming with its executes. You got to fight them early.
I don't think those are going to be working the same way you think, but nice try with it. How did he smuggle it into the arena? That's what I want to know. Double up with a baguette. Regardless, like we were saying, it's a good time for the timeout. DRX facing that pace adjustment Fnatic have pulled out. It's not their first rodeo.
So now you're expecting DRX to come back in here and try to slow the pace down, bait out the fights from the defenders. See if Boaster and Milan are one step ahead, whether they can adjust their own style too. Any confirmation over here from the drone, and Chronicle might think about ulting, but he's
walking up.
So
He's walking up.
deep.
He's freeing. He's found himself that opening fight as well, but Kayak is happy. Responds to the opposite side of the map, out towards Garage. That's Hyunmin dropped. No theft, hold on. Spotted out where Crashies is, a flash as well, but he's repositioned, there's paranoia, they don't know! It's a hard clearance and Crashy thrives underneath it. Buying enough time for the rest of his team to get in. It's an anger smoke place, and this is dangerous territory, dangerous indeed. Bane rattling a couple of heads, trying to knock it all together, but that is way too much to deal with. Fnatic, the Timber's trying to be turned up against them, but they are happy as anything to play up to that pace.
What a wild play for Crashies. 99% of the time, players are leaving the site there. And instead, he tucks into that deep corner. And it's so unexpected. DRX don't even think to clear it. It's mad. But sometimes you need to be a little bit mad in these big games.
No one.
DRX knocked down onto an eco. The adjustment, anticipating what Fnatic are doing, but not quite well enough. Freeing has an angle over the top of this. Boaster's looking to challenge from short. Backs it up as the drone clears down long, and Freeing hears all of this.
Here's the footsteps. Right time to strike on this one, and there it is. Head clean off the shoulder. Hunter's Fury being offloaded, an attempt to answer back, but that isn't all, and Crashes like, wait a minute, they could push me on A long. I have to cancel this.
I think that's just a straight up misclick, I think. I think he just got panicked. And now DRX are looking to exec on B.
Ring inserted himself in through short as well. He's sowing confusion, misinformation, Alpha, ADS up sharp still.
Fucking yes, man.
Surgical with a shot. Maka with a plant though.
Fuck, I missed this.
They just
I
missed
missed
each
this
other in terms
question.
of that
How did I
timing.
not
Boaster
hear
might
it?
go for a reclearance of his own, but they do need to be wary of this one. Hopping up behind. Crashy's patience played and pays off beautifully. Nice little two-piece. And a lockdown even inserted towards the tail end. They want to seal this one up. Getting a move on. Boaster knows it. He hears it. All sound cues falls to him.
Well played, Boaster.
And Fnatic are well back into this map.
2 rounds in a row. Down the way that Crashies is playing his spots, making the decisions. And he was phenomenally good on Corrode as well. You take a look at this. I mean, obviously, okay, we don't need to show this one. That's a mistake. That's an error. But at the same time, the way in which he pushes out and is able to find this backstab timing, even the patience to just get closer to the corner.
Yeah. New prediction open.
So he gets an immediate swing onto the next.
Kill in this round.
It's too clean.
110%. Kayak still got the
too clean. 4 in a row now.
Still got the operator.
The 5 in a row that DRX put down early.
Guns in the hands of DRX though. This is again all in over towards A.
He's on C though.
Boaster hears it. Calls for reinforcements.
He's on
A.
And they've already calling for the players to move forwards, and it's spun into the corner. Mako didn't know where to stand for that one. TP as well, unexpected as anything. Another fight taken towards it. This is so damn aggressive. Fnatic, they don't let them breathe, man. Not a single inch of space is given up. there needs to be a course correction for DRX.
Everything
they're doing, putting their heads against a brick wall against the might of Fnatic. And they're playing like they want to get themselves into another grand finals, but for the first time, they'll be champions.
I need the Primordium in my
This
fucking
already
sword.
was an adjustment, though.
I got a
DRX
feeling
managed
it
to
would have
tuck
been in my
themselves into the
store,
other side,
yesterday.
but they weren't
check.
anticipating that recon derby in
I
there.
had to log in and
The whole
look,
point
but-
was they get somebody deep and you actually have a crossfire, you dodge the paranoia reclear. But the adjustment again coming out from Crashies is so clean. You got to go away from him, man.
He's
Trying to
taken
blind
over.
her.
He's absolutely taken over. He knows what it takes to get to a grand final, especially the top tournament.
Nice, brother.
The best spot, the biggest stage of the year. Doesn't stop. Eke around overall, but there's a tag and damage done through the wall. Alpha, with him gone, a lot of the setup removed, and again the call for the speed up. To double dash over, the recoil's not going to be pulling them all the way back, but again, okay, follow the traces, and you're going to be finding your marks. Damage done to all of them, up on top of logs. They are not ready for this. PaperX, or excuse me, DRX.
PaperX.
Giving glimpses of PaperX with the way that they're bloody playing. But Crashy, still a danger player.
Giving glimpses of PaperX the way they're bloody playing.
Plays it
What
in
the
towards
fuck?
the back, but he's just one man. What can he do?
DRX,
Lights up.
PRX.
Those where the two players stand. TP across. This is a crossfire setup. Flash forward and a fight taken.
What a flash, man.
And there it is. Player removed. Massacre Thrifty.
They level up to
I'm surprised
6-6.
at TRX, man. The pace like that has not been working out for them, but they are not to be dismayed.
I mean, the fast pace has been working once they get to a site, and I think that's the big difference, right? They increase the tempo as they hit the site and know where all of the defenders are.
New
It's a
prediction.
much deeper fight that they're taking into people towards the back of C. So funny that you called them PaperX. They really are. They are playing like that.
Hide the names.
I've got so many of them wrong.
Yeah,
I like them.
Those big
So many of these
fast-paced
predictions
exec
are
moments
wrong.
really do show you what Pacific's up to. 5v5 though, heading into the final round. Guns on either side as well. So a straight-up rifle round. Kayak pretty close around here. And Alpha,
He sees it.
he's spotted that.
The gate crash. Blind in your face. TP to be taken. Into the back. It's a fake one. Double dash over to the wall. Tip it out to pockets and playing. Alpha strikes where it hurts the most. You don't have your diligence if you're not clearing this one out. Hyunmin is just trying to punch a hole through the defense. It's too much though. Way too much. And just like that, in rapid succession, it's Fnatic trying to end this one 6-6. Even up the half, blind in your face, shots fired in the dark. But surely a matter of time, and it is. Drawn up level, Fnatic. They're the ones in control.
A sick recovery in the half from Fnatic when it looked like DRX could run away with things. What a play. What a nice little pocket for Alpha to navigate around, and even when lit up by the drone, managed to take down Hyunmin too. Perfect adjustments from the last time they played on Haven. Fnatic learning, and all the big players coming out. Kayak, Alpha, and of course Crashies keeping it up from Corrode.
The tension is there. It's getting to that point in the series, but for now we're going to send it down to the stage. Lewis standing by with a legend of the sport who knows what it's like to
Will there
play
be a clutch
in these
during the
very
second half of
scenarios.
this map? Yes, there will be. Alpha Air versus Flashback. Will they get? Who will get the next kill against the other? Oh, that's so hard to tell. I don't know. I think Alpha, mate. Alpha is feeling it, man. He looks good. The final boss is here.
Et encore deux légendes du jeu m'ont rejoint. Two big faces of Valorant history just joined me, Sassy and TCK. First of all, it's a pleasure to have you here. Oi, bem-vindo a Paris. I'm trying my best Portuguese, guys. First of all, Sassy, I wanted to ask you, you've been on these big stages, right, for several times in your career with Sentinels, with Loud. So what makes the difference on those big days? Is it just shooting better, or is there more to that?
I mean, Champions is a big difference, you know, like the stage, the crowd, especially here in France. Man, this is so loud right now. I've never seen that before, and I think this is the most beautiful stage that the Champs have ever seen.
And I think the crowd agrees with you on that. Donc ouais, effectivement, qu'est-ce qui fait la différence ces jours-là? Est-ce qu'il faut juste être plus fort? Eh ben non, en vrai, tu joues avec le public. J'ai jamais vu un public comme le public français. Donc faites aussi du bruit pour Sassy, mesdames, messieurs, s'il vous plaît. And TCK, we speak about the French community, but I want to speak about the Brazilian community. You guys are so passionate about FPS, always smiling, always cheerful. So what makes you build difference? Where does this passion come from in Brazil?
I think since the old days, Brazilian has always shown a really good FPS gameplay. So I think it's not different from Valorant. Sas is here to tell this story, right? And yeah, franchement, merci de l'opportunité. Je suis très ravi d'être ici.
Oh!
Voilà. C'est franchement une chose de fou. Cette mèche, ça va être 50-50. Et oui, tout le Brésilien aime l'FPS. Et moi et Sassy, on est franchement très heureux, très ravis d'être ici. Donc voilà.
Merci beaucoup. What an insane French from TCK. Thank you for that. On est trop contents d'être ici. Les Brésiliens, on adore les FPS depuis très longtemps.
Yeah.
And let's see now. Thank you, boys. Obrigada. And let's see now who takes the lead on map 3.
It's properly heating out here in Yacor. I mean, the crowd raring to go. The French crowds are never disappointing in esports, really. This is no exception, fully turning out for this one. But this kind of rumble and uncertainty is what we were questioning, and that's going to be weighing on the minds of some of these rookie unknown players. But for one of them, really, he's just been lighting them up. Kayak has been unstoppable, really.
Yeah, he's been playing a great game. Sometimes was a little out of the fight as well, actually, in that half. Just posted up with an operator on the other side of the map, but still found his opportunities to get seriously involved. Playing the Yoru, he can instantly respond to the action and playing as one of those flooders behind the rest of the anchoring Fnatic squad. Now, they came up with some great adjustments, right? To be able to recover that half and also to stop a similar 10-2 performance for DRX's attack side. Now, the pressure is on DRX to make similar levels of adjustment because they only won a single defense round last time these two teams played on Haven, and then their defense was shocking on Corrode, we just watched.
So a lot of questions asked of them. Whether they have made those adjustments, we will find out. Opening here for round 13.
Hyunmin's burned the refract already for a little walk down mid with Mako. Didn't see anything. And the slower that Fnatic play, the more likely Hyunmin is to just waste that ability.
Flashback spotted, forced to retreat there with a gate crash, already trying to post himself back up, but this is a setup here. Mako holding close. A shoulder might spoil the party. Reveal his position before he's known, and he's trying to re-clear off into the corner. Overwhelmed, potentially damage. No! Oh my goodness! Coverage there from Chronicle. Bottom section of mid. Could have been even more deadly at that, but Mako still delivering, still raining down those blows.
How on earth was he able to get so much value for just going on that swing?
Just absurdity. If we wanted to see the course correction, it starts here in round 13, and with a pistol round under their belt, DRX can be all smiles.
Absolutely. Last time they lost the pistol on the defense half. Look at the damage he's done. That's mad. I mean, he's doing that before the saturate even really comes through. Crazy stuff from Mako with a classic. But yeah, last time they played, DRX ended up losing that defense side pistol and got bonused afterwards, and it just ended up running away from them. This time winning double pistol should put them in a position. A great chance to win here on Haven.
Doing a thing.
Turret on, that's an okay! Large space with the presence here. Fnatic are never down and out for the count, even with the weaker weaponry. Fight taken forwards towards them. Reaction here from DRX, but this is overwhelming. Potentially there, the bodies are just toppled! Backflips occurring onto the B site. And all in the name of Fnatic. They spill it out in the blood of their enemies. What a return. And it feels inevitable at that. Bane, he didn't come into this with much weaponry whatsoever. That's laying at the feet of his comrades.
He won't be leaving with much either.
Damage under Kron. 7 bullets. Rapidly from behind, crashes onto the flank. This surely should be a done deal. Finished business, especially with the damage done to Bane. Steps forward.
Nice
Chronicle,
shot,
save pair of hands for this guy.
That's a ridiculous thrifty round there for Fnatic. The first 2 kills happened so fast, but also, am I mad, or was DRX trying to take that long-range fight with a Spectre of all weapons?
Not too sure.
Currently had that in his hand. God, that shot to Mako as well.
Adjustment.
To the classic from that kind of range. Mastercard's Thrifty comes out at the perfect time to get Fnatic.
Bro, guys, I'm the GOAT, bro.
I mean,
is, bro.
Well, listen.
Yeah.
You're making a way, you're making a claim for it,
Truer words never spoken. The winningest player in Valorant. Quote, I am the GOAT.
Fnatic do win this one. They will be sailing into that grand final as a chance to claim a trophy that has always eluded them.
It can be better to lose the pistol and win the follow-up here, because you're more likely to have ults online to be able to snowball the attack side. So, as much as we were talking about round 13, DRX avoiding disaster that had visited them previously, they actually might be in just as bad of a spot, looking to potentially get bonus. Last time they got Alpha Year's Killjoy ult up, which is a nightmare to deal with, because then you have to play retake against the Viper, which is horrible. You never want to be doing that. Now, though, DRX are deliberately leaving A open for retake, just gambling on the eco.
They hit a drone now, break the turret. Signs of life over towards A.
They're pushing flank. Three of them are pushing up flank.
Mako alone in this play, though.
And there's an alarm bot.
Yeah. Should be open for the taking here. The
Alpha knows about the alarm bot.
Momentarily there. Smokes on
They
smokes
can hear
here.
the audio
Them back.
as well.
The paranoia is the extra element, just in case. You can see Diligence there with the anchor smoke.
Yeah, definitely. Looking to put down the snake bite, throw down a little bit more utility, and buy time for the orb to come back up.
Oh yeah, Dart, double dash forwards. Hold on, he's playing this one into the anchor smoke. This is rapid by DRX. Kills acclaimed across the board.
I'm so surprised
but
that really never
surely
got
they
that
can't
kill
stay
there,
the hand of them.
Peek it.
Up from the high ground, Kayak's got his eye on it. Flash in your face, and he's made it a 1v1. Flashback versus
on a
Kayak. Yoru v Yoru, and it comes down to the finer margins. The tiniest
He's better,
of details. But an angle locked down by Kayak ensures that the round is theirs.
Fucking Polish King, let's go.
The Outlaw doing huge work there, just calming all of that instability. What a shot to open from Flashback. These A retakes. Fnatic know how DRX like to play them, but the
Well, they're in the
explosivity
second half in this map.
Bears mentioned, and that's through the
First
Viper,
blood. Vandal.
where you're taking decay damage constantly.
Double dash into the anchor smoke, cooked him.
Yeah, it's a mad one.
Vandal killing the
But
first.
at the same time, it's Fnatic who are still in a bit of control, with an opportunity to go for...
Hey up, hey up, hey up! What an adjustment! Micro flick to the dome,
yes,
flashback
man.
is gone. Out for the count in this round. Deep push down mid, that's the IGL done. Bleeding out now as DRX, they need to find a way to stem it entirely.
They're taking risks. They're looking to try to take the fights early on. Here
hell?
comes Freeing
Just
again.
push it up. LFC long is
One of them's
fucking
got to
worrying
work for
though.
DRX to have any hope. Freeing, in fact, not actually catching contact just then.
Buster is aware.
He's managed to get a deep walk up, and the alarm bot not here. They spotted it earlier.
Stack of bodies, Freeing has to be the playmaker if there's any chance for DRX in this one. Potentially hearing with the sound cues, but guns out, well trained, return of it. Trying to tip-tap again. Good movement overall. Rightful aim of Alfia is intact. Players are spotted though. Our alarm bots triggered. That's going to be alerting it and calling for the speed up now. Fnatic are getting a move on.
They don't know that there's two on the flank, but Alpha puts down the turret just to make sure.
Flank though, so.
Fnatic fully in control. The Viper
They're just
not
unaware
present in this
where
post
they're
fight, but the
over.
numbers are just
They don't know
overwhelming.
who it
They're
is.
already looking for save, I think.
Yeah.
You have to.
This round was so many individual risks.
But I get my point
Flashback
for
getting
that.
himself tucked down short. I quite like the idea of that. I think that's the kind of thing that Yoru needs to be doing. Contesting the space that Chronicle wants to try to create in A short.
I mean, to be fair, I think
But then when he goes down, it just starts a
Tron there
cascade of
just
other
got
people
caught
feeling like they have to take
off
risks
guard.
Exactly.
Like Buster took his eye
the
off of
hero
that
to try and salvage the round. Fnatic,
like CT point, like
they love
spawn
it when
point
teams play into them in that way, in that fashion.
for
They've
like a
got
split
discipline.
second,
If
and
you
then they
think of a
repeat
worse
it again.
team to trickle into than Fnatic when they're running a slow, disciplined default.
They're going to be holding a slow default for like a minute.
Yeah. Still not up to a remarkable ult snowball here, Fnatic.
I know, it's
Most
a
of
bit-
the
it's
points
back
going
and
into
forward.
Chronicles ult, which you need the site for. You're looking towards people like Kayak or Alpha Year to really start the snowball, because those ults get you in, crack open the sites. So DRX still with at least one more opportunity
It was luck with a draw there.
to try to stabilize before
shot,
Fnatic
man.
run away with
Clean
things,
shot.
but it's the EMEA team who are in control right now.
Timeout.
Time for the timeout here for DRX as well, because as we said, I mean, Fnatic are in control. They've been in the driving seat. Past few rounds, outside of round 13, a blip on the radar in terms of pistol round earned up, immediately answered back by Fnatic with a thrifty win. And it's just been a string of rounds. I mean, round 6 onwards, they have been dominant, in control of the map. And it's that middle ground territory in a marathon that is a best of 5, that these are the moments where you look back at it on the other side of a series like this and you're left with regret. It's important for DRX if they
Had
can
no like tech
turn the
pauses
tide
yet,
of the fight
which
before it
is
gets out of
really,
hand.
really good.
They need to play and put everything out there. I'm looking at the way in which DRX are composing themselves, holding themselves on stage. Every time Fnatic win a big round, they're out of their seats. They're jumping up. Boaster fired up, but Alpha as well. Plenty of the players stood up. Something that Achilles was pointing out to me last night. Mako, don't think I've ever seen him jump out of his seat and pop off. He's a calm guy.
He's a stoic giant.
He is. He's the gentle giant of DRX. Been with them through thick and through thin, but you never really see him rallying the team's energy up in the same way. For that, they tend to rely on Bane. I'd like to see DRX, if they are able to win a couple of rounds here, try to really focus on getting that feeling of a comeback happening.
Tension is there. It's an A-lobby fight that's going to be called for here by DRX. A lot of util being thrown in to make sure that they can try and win this one out. It's given up and conceded the space by Fnatic. Very willing to absorb it, look in other directions, see where the cracks in the defense might lie.
Placing swamp grenade. Swamp grenade out.
The clearance. I mean, Alpha's very much alone when he's taking a fight like this, and he could be overwhelmed rapidly. And look at that. With the rifle in hand, it's Hyunmin who will leak that charge. There's only two of them in the hands of these players. Swapping around with the weaponry as well. That Outlaw will hit the deck.
Oh, Mako's on 1 HP.
I got like a message on Twitter
I mean, he
from
needs to chill in
Blacklight.
that position. It's a 5v4.
For the seats,
You don't need to
I've
try to
never
double
really
down.
looked at their seats before, but they
The
look
weaponry's
really
not
good,
great, though,
man.
and that might have been why he was trying to take the incentive further and further.
They do like major seats and stuff.
Drone spots it out, but again, there's that uncertainty here for DRX, and it's all about how they hold on to this one. It's Bane and Mako, though, the ones without guns, and they're trying to find this one. Mako, bullet to the back of the head. No surviving that one. Big reveal, and they are just so damn unaware. Crashies looking to take over this.
He's a big game player, and he makes big game decisions. He's just contacted fully in on A.
With the pit drop down as well, that surely should be it. Flashback attempts to be that playmaker. Inserts himself back in when Chronicle was occupied with the ult, but to no avail. Hyunmin and Free now left in that 2v3. Dire straits. Gotta try and spot where these players could be behind him, but again, there's so much to account for.
And Hyunmin's not even attempting this.
No.
So it was all on Freeing, hitting something completely bonkers. What a play, what a risk to take for Crashies there, to just walk in. As he starts to walk up long, I think he hears a piece of recon utility and so realizes where Bane is playing from. And just catches Mako completely in the back too. DRX not anticipating it, not thinking that Fnatic would go for something unusual off the wall like that.
I mean, there's a major weak spot right now at DRX, is that, listen, when their money is bad, and they're working with just pistols, maybe a rifle or two, you don't see the same level of creativity that you do from other teams. They're left drifting around like this, uncertain of where they should really be holding.
I think their early round idea was quite good. I like the trap play over towards B main to put pressure onto Alpha. It just never went from there into anything else.
Yeah.
They weren't immediately trying to be proactive, and the body language is not good out there.
It's telling a lot, isn't it?
That's an eco round.
DRX have been trying to play this one game at a time, is how they've been handling the entire tournament, understanding that they are the underdogs.
And that's your vibes merchant, by the way, Bane. Head hanging low.
Down with the reveal. Operator in the hands of Hyunmin. This is a big investment. It's all in.
Round 18 and we're still not up to Kayak or Alfier's ultimate. Still playing these rounds.
Broken. Clone.
Mate, Kayak's
So
going so
the chest
good,
there.
man.
Hyunmin will be forced to respect that line, and everybody's scurrying away from that. They see signs from the operator. Moving over towards C. Good jump spot for Ing. He's going to get some information off the back of it.
And Alpha now is going to have his lockdown available. So you can use this one in Cubby, or you could use it in post plan. But I think Cubby seems like a good idea to try to take the site.
Gate crash. It's heard and broken. That's going to be looking to dismantle most of this one coming through, but there's a dart not broken in time. Hunter's Fury is going to be used to supplement, but no way off the mark. It's Fnatic who don't want to play into this one. A mad dash scurrying away from the action.
Well, Bane's just used his ult as well, so now
DP.
Alpha has a completely free one.
That's going to be heard. But the question is, where is it? Lying in wait, heaven or hell. It's a guessing game right now, and Bane has to win this fight out. It's a critical one.
30 seconds left.
Revealing area.
The IGL down and out. This is 27 seconds
What are
left
they
into the
cooking?
round. What are they cooking? Hyunmin still lying here. Hinder dropped down on top of it. The spike is laying in retreat. Ooming and ahhing, moving around the map. It's onto Alpha now to see if he can carve out that spot, but Mako is not to be removed. Cemented into his spot. The spray now might be messy, but the damage is done. There's no way in hell he's reclaiming that. Mako to make the play when it mattered most, when time was fully against them. And all you got to do is survive. DRX, they stem that bleeding.
Get a round on the board. at the final hour here. Just to stop Fnatic getting up to 11. This kill is so crucial. Bane up in heaven, taking down Boaster. He dies there. It's an open path to the A site. But Boaster, when he died, had to call so many different pivots back and forth.
I'm going to say no this time.
Alpha over towards Garage.
I've said yes the whole way fucking through.
Now they should have something a little simpler though, because you've got the
no this time.
Your opponents can't break it. You should be able to set up a fairly easy, like A short ult, maybe B cubby ult. And so DRX looking to fight over A lobby, expecting that to be the location.
Looks like again. Crashes into it. Oh my! The damage done is just overwhelming. It's too much to counteract.
Fucking eating bullets, man.
It's taking absolutely everything for DRX to remain in the game. The Fnatic are so willing to just walk all over them.
We're gonna like the.
As soon as there's a little bit of extra pressure, let's saturate through early. Everyone on Fnatic guns out, watching for the squad. Watching for the play, ready to punish at all times.
All these kills are
it's
nasty,
smothering
man.
out there. Reminiscent of what they were doing on Corrode too. DRX trying to set up for these fights. And just getting battered back. Alpha didn't need to use the ultimate. I think they were trying to make their way down short to get that one tucked into the little cubby, take the whole of the A site. Well, now they've got Kayak and Crashies to play with as well. This is where it gets completely out of control for DRX. They're going to need something huge to get back in this game.
The fuck?
Not even a consolation prize of a weapon to be carried into the next. You're right, Josh. They need a major adjustment.
Or a single player who just decides that they can't lose here on Haven.
It's this A lurk wall as well, though. It's causing so many issues. You see every single round so far, most of the time trying to contest over towards A short. DRX are never favored.
No, Fnatic are so good at playing around it. They just know the angles. I mean, they're hitting some outrageous shots too. Kayaks onto Hyunmin was filth. DRX force with Bane on a Sheriff.
Deep cam broken immediately. That gets the acknowledgement that Freeing was looking for, and he's going to be feeling this now. If the dimensional drift popped off early, it's again a pace increase by Fnatic. Looking to clear most of the way in through the cage, and they spot out exactly where Freeing is playing. But he's going to try and take the play here. What is going on? Lit up Freeing. Really being ISO Boaster. Making matters and taking him into his own hands. Smoke blooms, blossoms. The recall just saves the day. Damage being done though on either side. Dimensional drift. It's a decision to be made here. Choosing to use it. DRX is sending it, flying forwards. It's getting that field, spots out the two of them.
On this plant,
one is missing, flash into the back.
Oh my fucking
It's
god.
Fnatic
Oh my
fully
god.
taking over. DRX can't keep up.
Huge mistakes at the end there for DRX. Toe-to-toe with Fnatic at the final moments there. And then a team flash comes through, blinds up Hyunmin. Nightmare scenario.
How did...
Great entry. Boaster playing off the back of his teammate. But DRX had a chance of being able to get back in.
What's going on?
I know.
They're everywhere. They're like ants.
That's the pace that DRX tried to play around, but the mistakes inherent within the way that they were playing. And now 4 rounds in a row would have to be perfection from here to drag it into OT for DRX.
And they don't have the guns. There's no chance in a position like this, but with Alpha down and out.
Well, you've got...
Hey,
That's
we're
for a
getting
hero.
a bit
Flashback
ahead
was that
ourselves
early
here,
in the
boys.
tournament for DRX.
Steps up, drone spots it, taking that fight, forwards, not the gun but a job. Guardian just can't do it. It's a lot of damage done, Kayak barely alive, but he's DRX players now making sure to seal up the gaps.
Fnatic playing slightly faster, going
I know,
deeper, and offering DRX early fights, early
There's
engagements.
no reason to take risks still.
I know.
2 players up, Freeing is...
So I'm saying, we are
in a 5v3,
playing
drop
really
back,
risky
play off.
right now, man.
They can play off the trip.
Could get caught here.
You could feel the nerves in this game.
No way. Fake clone, you're not doing it to him, not like this. There's no way, there's no way. Surely maintained! I mean, that spells it out. The mental composure, the state of affairs for Fnatic themselves. They're still believing like they can win at any moment. Chronicle would have to do it in a 1v5. For now, I think DRX can breathe that sigh of relief.
For a moment, but like we were talking about earlier, it takes everything for DRX just to fend off what Fnatic are doing.
Yeah, they're barely keeping their heads above water.
And this was a bit of a sloppy round from
It was
Fnatic.
a bit
It was
messy.
one where they went forwards and started scaling within the first 20 seconds pretty deep. offering DRX those early fights that they want to take. This one just
I think we got
really nice, clean stuff, but
we just rushed it a
those
wee
kind
bit
of
too much there,
engagements, deep
man.
down A long, deep down A short, on an earlier timing, I think favors DRX.
The thing didn't the trap he moved
Fnatic
too
find the patience
early, I think.
in a nervy situation for both teams to just close this
He
out
moved way
cleanly.
too early.
Alpha and Chronicles ults should be a slam dunk combo.
The argument still there, as you said. The ultimate's building up.
Paranoia trap play down short here.
Try and make a play for it off of who's contact.
Well, there it is.
So going to take the swing. It's not a favoured fight, is it? Fnatic again are just so happy to put the wall back up, apply that pressure constantly.
But think about if Fnatic had gone for that aggressive pace again. They may well have been caught by that, but this time slowing things down and baiting out the early skirmish from DRX.
Minute 10, this is both recon tools using for reclear and to no avail. Bane might be baited into a false sense of security. He might think this is not clear at all. He's taking a jiggle though. Still playing with that caution.
It's actually short that I'm more worried about as well, because that's the best position for Alfier's ultimate. And so they're escorting in. VIP.
Gonna know that the fight could be taken here. That's an ult as well. Claimed out into the corner. Hinder dropped down at their feet. Drone tags. A lot of damage done. Hyunmin could be in a spot of bother. Calling for the call. What a shot is that?
Fucking hell.
Just takes a peek
Thread the
anyway.
needle there.
It's a predictable play with a lockdown now. It's going to clear out most of the way into the A site. DRX. How do they play it?
How do you get back in against Chronicles ult? They're going to win
Oh my
this.
god.
You can try and fight this. There's 3 seconds left.
What they're gonna do?
Use just to try and slow down the approach to make sure that they can't scale, but that is entertainment into the back anyway. We fake pressure. TRX holding it down.
How
Rooted to the spot, unwilling to give an inch. And time bled out of them. There's no pivot
Fucking
options,
hell,
there's no
man.
chance for it. DRX are finding ways to claw back in.
We still got Chronicles.
What a sick read from DRX there.
We still got Chronicles.
There is a tiny
Oh.
gap for them to be able to play in heaven and in hell. And the Waylay ult afforded them that opportunity to run backwards, dodge the lockdown, only one
really
person getting
smart.
detained. It's the exact same lockdown that Alfia ran against them in round 15 last time they played on Haven. And they got bonused against it. So that's going to stick in the back of your mind and going to be one of the things that you make specific counter plans to.
I'm all out.
It just so happens that Hyunmin had the ult, the perfect moment though.
Even the clone got detained.
Yeah, to pull something together on the fly.
Smart stuff.
But that's only half of the necessary rounds that DRX needed to get this to overtime. They had to be perfect for 4 in a row. I think Fnatic have got a real question here, though, of whether or not you want to force.
Yeah, take the fight to them.
I think if you force by this round, you're going to have a bit of dodgy weaponry for both of the rounds coming up.
Yeah, you're almost guaranteeing OT.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Because they can get proper weapons for everyone apart from, I think, a single Guardian. So it's not a bad buy. It's just not perfect. And then your economy is going to be on the rocks for a potential round 24. Have
More
they,
chances.
Yeah, have they got something special in the bank? Have they got an idea that they can rely on from the coaching staff? Has Mosta got a read?
Time up was taken for this purpose. Put this map to bed. The lead in the series in this lower finals against the scrappy underdogs that no one expected to be here. 4-seed team from Pacific, but they are carrying the hopes and dreams of their region alive, and the same could be said for Fnatic.
Fnatic have decided to force Brent. Guardian, Bulldog coming into this round.
Risky. Bit of money in the bank left trailing. Might not be an all-in. That is faster to saturate, and that dart. Broken in time. Kayak's still there. Trying to square up and take that fight forwards. It's a drone to supplement.
Flashback
his way.
Flashback already left thinking that this wasn't real pressure. And now he's had to scurry back over to A. We can see that the main pack of Fnatic is trying to explore towards Garage and put a lot of pressure on Freeing. Freeing and Mako need to be perfect.
Spam goes either way, goes both angles. Kayak feeling like he needs to take the matters into his own hands and win that fight up, but his flashback does him in. The adversary dismissed. And now all grouping up. Fnatic looking to explode on B.
Into a B exec potentially here. Oh no, maybe going Garage. This trip has been up for basically the whole half, waiting, begging for Boaster to TP into it.
Avoided for now. It's Molly's on either side, trying to see if they can carve a path in. Pressures here, but it just feels like it's the one player It's a fake that's being played by Fnatic. They're trying to make it feel like it's just Alpha into the front of Paranoia. Forwards into the cage. Oh, they beat their match. Double TP up, and it's a Boaster. Finger on the trigger a little bit faster towards it. But it's getting whiffy. Down into these tiny details.
Man,
it's going away at
it by the
DRX.
fucking
Crashes
wire,
an Alpha. Forced to retreat and seeing if they can escape the ire, but it is just impossible. DRX dragging it back.
From the very beginning of this half, DRX have been so ready for that B finish. Again, something very clear that they've noticed from the previous match. The problem is that massive skirmish over towards A lobby, they haven't been able to win consistently enough to force Fnatic here.
30 seconds left.
What a mad moment you've got of Boaster and Mako. The two leaders, the two legends just staring at each other at the top of B. And this, the final one that DRX need to win to drag us to overtime.
Just to survive in the map.
Keep leaning this A shit.
Tension is mounting. You can cut it with a knife at this point.
Chronicles had this pit forever, Brad, and he's just never been in a position to use it.
Count on your hands the amount of times he's been able to when they've got into a successful post plant. Drone takes the lead. Clone off onto another level of this one. Flashback hears it. There's signs of life. A lot of pressure, and Freeing needs help. He needs it now. Bullets raining down as a Paranoia forwards, but they anticipate it. They buy their time and they temper the moment. Fnatic have found that opening, and it's going to take heroic, but Mako can't compete. Not against it.
We need to clear this garage.
Fnatic prime, the pit layer down, flashback finish.
That is down, mate.
Fnatic surely have done
Two
it.
CT, one going garage anyway.
All the way down to the wire.
They're not,
it
they shouldn't push through it.
Miracles now.
They should just go garage.
Sharpshooting is a given.
I don't know,
even stand a chance, but look at the Merc, look at the Gloom, you have to try and get past. Chronicle, so keen to punish, so eager for the blood, and this is it. Haven is Fnatic's 13 to 11. Despite the best ever to DRX, it is Fnatic now leading in this finals.
Incredible performance, remaining undefeated on this map at Champs. Really strong 13-11, fending off a comeback when it looked like it was going to happen there. DRX, though, I think, still believe that they're in this one.
They've earned themselves a bit of respite for now as well. That fight back shows that they do have that dog in them. They can take it all the way. Just with that belief in themselves. We're going to go to a quick break. On the other side of things, our analysts getting us nice and ready. Do not go anywhere. You do not want to miss it.
I hear a little jiggy.
Oh, come on. Let me hit him with a jiggy.
Let me hear you say, way-ho! No one. You think you come to ours, Exite? Exite, look down, brother!
Yeah, okay, focus.
Got the new iPhone 17 Pro, and Verizon picked up the tab.
No way.
That's me. Handsome and hilarious. It's a rare combo.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best 5G network.
I mean, where else would I get it, right?
I got 6 out of 12 correct. I got 34 points.
Where we are starting off with Valorant. If you want to win, you have to win against the best.
So looking for revenge.
There's the shorty, and Alpha goes crazy!
They've all battled through the pressure and expectation.
Heretics have come back all the way!
Finally, we won. Finally.
Yeah. Let's go.
The predictions: will DRX win their first pistol round? Which team will win? Sorry. I think DRX may actually win the pistol round here. Who will be the kill leader at halftime? I'm gonna go with a DRX, but next time, you know. How many rounds will DRX finish this map? I'm gonna say 14 plus. I think they'll win this one. I think this goes all the way, bro. I think. What the fuck's my mouse? I'm actually praying that they get to the grand final though. Man, that's so cool, man. The crowd looks mad. Tweets are funny, man.
I think we crumbled under stress in our match against NRG. Just didn't do well as a team. Like individually we could pop off sometimes, but you can't always rely on that, honestly. I think NRG played well. Like for them as being kind of an underdog team coming from Americas, like no one was expecting them to do that well, and happily for Americas fans they did. And obviously respect to their rookies, because like Scuba and Bro played really well against us. I think for doing a good rematch against NRG, we don't really need to change that much in terms of our game plan, strategies, maybe even individual gameplay, but we just need to focus on how to deal with the stress and be better as a team, I believe.
OT, can he do it again? It looks like he's starting well. Good follow-up, great kill! Oh my god!
DRX, we respect them and Human. I think he's doing a very great job. Like in DRX, he is sometimes their literal savior. Their duelist Flashback and Hyunmin. They're both kind of rookies in international stage. Big respect that they're doing that on this stage, and like they're just super strong. So we respect them, but we will do our stuff properly in order to win this match.
And there you heard Chronicle on our Omen player moment, and they are doing just that. One step away And that is a slow motion for the ages. Oh, man. All right, folks. Welcome back here to the desk as we look to break things down. We're at the midpoint of this series. Golden Boy here alongside Kakuka as well as Pao and Mimi to break it all down. Let's go ahead, though, and dive right into this one because we were seeing, Bea, a DRX that, after getting absolutely trounced in that map 2, came out swinging. But if there's one thing we know about Fnatic, you can never count them out.
Yeah, they started off pretty strong, and we wanted to take a look at one of the rounds when Fnatic starts bringing it back. I think that DRX was very concise in the way that they wanted to play from the attack. The way that they wanted to deal with the Viper was one of our questions going into that. But Pal, this round definitely set the tone for what was about to come from Fnatic.
This was fantastic. This came straight out of Fnatic's first time out in the map. And they changed a lot about how they positioned some of their players. They put Crashies towards A, they got him pushing up really early, and it allowed them to get into this early pre-flank position, use Crashies Sober Drone to get them right up close to that site.
Yeah, and if you look at this series as well, it's been a DRX who I think is coming with really good game plans to most of these maps. Obviously, the second was very different, getting absolutely stomped there, but they had such good ideas for how they wanted to run their pistols, their bonus. They won that in the first half here, but then Fnatic, that first time out, I think is always like the critical point in these maps, and they're so good at very quickly finding that right adjustment and very quickly getting back into these matches.
Where did you feel like DRX was really struggling? Because it felt like those A-long fights, they were trying to make those things happen there. What can you make with that one, Mimi?
Yeah, I mean, I think that DRX with this composition, a lot of what they want to do is try and find an isolated player and run them over with the double dive. That's what works so well for them if they can get in positions to hard side exec. So what Fnatic was doing really great was disrupting them by picking timings in the mid-round to fight into them. And instead of allowing DRX to walk up and run whatever exec they want or to isolate a player on an extremity, Fnatic's instead finding the right timings to re-clear space and punish DRX while they're setting up for the own style of play that they want.
And especially with this rounds, you see that DRX, you remember Boaster saying they don't really mid-round. We expect them to commit to the side after they've made a little bit of noise, and I think that Fnatic dealt with that very, very well. I felt that, honestly, Kayak was going to be even more of a win condition. I think that, of course, he did have a massive impact in this game, but also, we saw a bit from the first half, but also in the second half, with them having the Viper wall, for DRX, it was so difficult to fight that part of the map, but at the end, it just led to a massive lead.
I think that what you spoke about there with Kayak, he was not necessarily always involved in a lot of those A re-clears, but it was his positioning that actually facilitated that. When they moved post-timeout, him with the operator towards C-Long, allowed everyone to then shift across towards the A side of the map, then they could have their numbers there to actually start doing those re-clears. And it worked brilliantly.
Yeah, no, it did. And as a result of that, we have Fnatic up 2-1 in this series. Just one step closer, one map away from being able to run that one back against NRG in the grand finals, except rather than being the upper final, they're going to be fighting for a trophy. But let's talk about this bind, Bea. What should we be expecting here from Fnatic? What should we be expecting from DRX?
From DRX, Mosquito, I assume that is what we see on every single map, so that is what we'd be expecting. On the side of Fnatic, though, and with the break, also knowing that we've seen a couple of the show-ins of their comp that they were running in the EMEA here as well, and it has not worked. I know that one of them was with Doma, so, we don't talk badly about Doma because we love Doma.
That's right. Okay? He did his job.
And I wonder if we're going to see adjustments there, if they feel like the Tejo is going to be enough to stop the... I think that we saw it coming from G2, and I think that the drone is extremely strong against this composition. I don't know if they're going to double down, though.
Yeah, I do really like that Teo. I think he has the best drone in the game right now. With the range you have, especially on a map like this, you can full clear down long with it. You get the suppression onto the Yoru as well. For DRX, on their attack sides at least, they really like to go for a lot of places to try and catch a player on an extremity. Normally, you're going to have someone who's playing towards long. Normally, your initiator player probably crashes here on the fade, who's always trying to dog that, keep that space. They have a lot of ideas to punish with the Mosquito and send in with the slow, double dive on that player and punish them. But I think Fnatic have already shown really great awareness of the set plays that DRX likes to run. So I think they're going to have to dive a little bit deeper here, even if this is a map that tends to play very well to that harder execute style.
Where are they coming from altogether? Were they going to stage together?
I mean,
are we not going to talk about them?
You could speculate. You can speculate wherever you want. You know what I mean? Go for it, Powder. You had a
they just like doing their thing, especially with those two. They're going everywhere together. But no, going back to the point you're making, Mimi, of having to actually do that little bit more extra work. You're right. Fnatic should be more than capable of dealing with that early round, more direct aggression coming out of DRX with their comp. and then being able to use the Fade, use the drone that you spoke about on the Tejo as well, to be able to take that information, make their reads in the middle of the rounds, and then get their numbers towards wherever DRX want to be finishing.
We know that after map 3 and on a best of 5, everything comes down to a lot of mental. Maps have been extremely close. Oh, look, that is Milan's mom and Jake's mom and Boaster's mom. Oh, that is so sweet with their jerseys and everything. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, sorry. The mental is going to be the most important thing. And right now we have to look at DRX. They are the ones having this miracle run. Not a lot of eyes onto them and not many people believe in it at first. But of course, they want to take this map. They do have the upper hand of being very comfortable on it. But to me, again, goes back to Alpha. I think that last time that they played, he was making maybe too many mistakes, so I hope that he's learned from some of them.
I do think that the players who need to are stepping up for Fnatic. You've seen confidence from guys like Kayak, guys like Alpha, who maybe aren't having like insane stats overall, but are still having those rounds where they just take a risk with extreme confidence and are shutting down DRX early in these rounds.
Absolutely. Now this is where we get into the point in the best of 5. On this amount of pressure, this sort of stage, okay, the plans start to go out the window. The players start to be a little bit more in their own element. They start to rely on these little bits of micro-coordination from their communication, because without that now, things get very, very messy. That's where the focus now must be for all of them.
And that's why I think you have to look to the younger players on DRX.
Absolutely.
Fnatic is a team who has so much experience in these situations, going deep in BO5s for every one of them. Even the newest player in Kayak has had those moments before. But for DRX, this is something new. Only the 3rd best of 5 they've played on a global stage. They've lost the first 2 they played, and this one is with a new roster, with fresh players. This is a ton of pressure for these guys.
Fresh players, young players, this is what experience is about. Can you keep talking to the guys around you when it counts?
I was going to say the same thing. I was looking for who that person is going to be. Talking to Paperthin about it, he was telling me, you know, Bane is like one of those individuals. He's kind of like that emotional center for the team from time to time, and you see it on the stage as well, Pam.
You see it on the stage, and I think that we also saw it during the map that we just watched on Haven, that first half. All that aggression that we were seeing, that it was working. The vibes and everything were coming from the side of Bane. Also, him individually was playing very well, so I agree with you, Alex.
And when you're talking about falling back on that micro-coordination, just knowing what's up with your teammate without having to fall back on a strat book, that really goes to Hyunmin and Flashback for me. DRX's entire read on this tournament was to prioritize these guys on the double duelist with the Waylay. Of course they're going back to it. Both of them didn't have a particularly incredible map 3 of this series. They got smoked on map 2. This is the map where they have to find that form that brought DRX here.
Absolutely that.
Pressure is on for both of these teams, and they're going for that Mosquito comp as we talked about before. But Fnatic, they are one step away from being able to fight for a Masters trophy. This is huge for them.
Yeah, it's the first time that they might be able to make it into this grand final. Yeah, I saw Masters and I was like, maybe I'm in Toronto, I don't know anymore. But yeah, one step closer to the first Champs finals for them. We know that Crashies, you're baiting. We're never going to buy that. It's never going to happen. But of course, pound for pound, this should be very comfortable positions for every single one of the players on Fnatic. I still think that for DRX, I need Free stepping up. I think that in the last couple of battles, he's been having a terrible time.
There's memories of moments like this from years before. For Mako, the closest he ever went to a Champs final was against Crashies. That was back when he was on Optic, a very different man, a very different player now, but that opportunity has always eluded him. He's always spoken about wanting for Mako to finally lift that trophy. Had to watch Genji do it last year, had to watch 2 other Pacific teams do it this year. Now, last chance to keep his team in this one, now as a leader.
Can Mako call the game that brings the boys to map 5? Let's go ahead and find out. Send it back to your casters. Here's Brent and Sideshow.
And not a lot of players get tested quite like this in their careers. When you get down to these moments here where it is literally Fnatic in the driving seat, in this lower finals, now they're on the impetus here. The pressure is all on DRX's shoulders. As a player, listen, you might have experience of Mako up there, but you have young players being formed around this core. And now the question is, how are they going to survive under it all?
The last 2 maps that we have here in the BO5, though, are both maps in which you've seen DRX have 3-0 records at Champs. So they're very strong here against the rest of the field, and it's where Fnatic have been a bit more shaky. So I think if they play like they have done at the rest of the tournament, DRX can make it to a match 5. They can make it, perhaps, still to the grand finals. But it does come back to what you were saying, the experience, because being able to play like you did in those games that didn't matter as much is a skill in itself.
You have to shake it all off. The pressure, the expectations that you're weighing upon yourselves. Entire tournament long, DRX have been taking it one step at a time, but with an early kill like that, it's all gone to pot.
That's greedy, playing for the ult orb.
Fnatic, well accustomed to playing in positions like this, in the driving seat, the ball in their court.
Freeing
They
feels
wait
like
to
he
let
has
it
to make a
skew.
play.
Yeah, and he's potentially almost overstepping himself, barely getting out of there.
Escapes and flashback through the teleport, making it feel like it was his clone. Does Crashies clear this corner? He's been diligent, but he backs it up.
Timing to be taken here by flashback. Potentially against a drone. They've missed each other. Now the onus on flashback to see what he can do. Pressure apply potentially. Xiao's control still there for DRX, and he's found it. Doesn't wait it out, just wants to take the kill, and a shot straight away. White face in the end. Ghost aim! This is going all over the place. Doesn't matter how much you tip-tap away. B site entirely open now for the taking. He's kind of got that early ground.
Yeah, he's so deep, isn't he?
And Mako, will it be anticipated? Not quite. Doesn't expect them already to be that deep here. This is DRX getting cut out one step, one player at a time.
And now in a 2v4 that will be a nightmare to recover. They don't know if there's a player deep towards elbow. Could be in any positions all around the site. And Crashy's still with a bunch of util to work with. Kayak with a flash. Fnatic pushing and pulling on the pistol round, finding those gaps and those openings.
And how do you play this? No smoke to work around here. Everybody ingratiated themselves into the deeper corners of the site and the map. Fnatic cleaning up easily as that, only one player dropping. Letting nothing slip here. Early beginnings for Fnatic themselves. And they're a team that want to close this one out. They don't want it to go to distance, not to all five.
I mean, this was just straight up greedy, I think, from Bane. Look at the wide swing, though, from Crashies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's confidence. That's a player with experience who knows that in big matches, people are just going to shoot too early. They're not going to settle their aim and go for a steady kill. And he can mess with people like that. He's now picked up a
did I miss
Phantom.
my predictions?
3 rifles available for Fnatic in this round.
Did I?
Looking to try to put some pressure over here.
Yeah, it's a deep TP through the T.
It's a weird one.
Yeah, see the gate crash behind.
First. Fucking
I'm
hell.
not sure that Fnatic got the read on that either.
I got that pick wrong.
Potential for flashback to end up in a weird position.
Every stack of bodies over towards it. Fnatic are trying to make sure that this one lands safely over towards the A site. Kayak, again, asserting himself, full control over towards that showers area, and it's a fake with a TP. Looking to re-clear this one. Again, needs to be held into the smoke, and right-click and a recall. Not enough to treat. He can dissuade the plan from going down. Fnatic are the ones now once more in control. Don't know where these players are lying. Salvos as well going to be meeting. On top of that, C's collected. Right-click there. Hold on, that's a saturator. Does connect. Bullets are landing right now. Pulling apart these players. It's going to be up to players like Kayak to see if they can do anything about it. TP backing away. The Prowler forces the issue, but again, the issue is weaponry. Mako does have the rifle. A tap to force the pull. Kayak again might be expected onto that position. A bit of spam forwards. Again, these kills being rattled across. DRX doing a lot of damage, but it's left up to Mako. Spike
It's
already
crazy
taking
that
far
Mako's
too out of
got a
range.
fucking Phantom and
Can't play for the
he's
win, but he can play to
struggling.
do the damage.
Just making sure that Chronicle goes down with him there.
Mate.
At the end of the
That is
day,
insane,
it's just about that economic
Who
damage.
bought the Phantom?
DRX looked like they had a chance of being able to get that through, and it shows you how powerful some of this util can be. Because as soon as they landed that saturate, there was an immediate follow-up possible. But here, Fnatic are not going to have the greatest buy heading into the next. They bought 3 rifles there that they were hoping to take with them into the bonus round, and they can't. Most are actually forcing, which implies he's going to, I don't know, run a Judge or a Stinger or something next round. So they've actually got quite a bit of weaponry to work with, and back to the pistol round idea.
White face, that's way too many players to deal with. Another jail card called here by Hyunmin. He's going to be backing all the way out.
And flashback coming to reinforce.
Hold on. Have a fight in showers. Orb tapped, given up and conceded. They want Kayak's ult online ASAP. Deep drone, that's a saturate refight called for TP. Alba, they've left Alpha out in the middle of nowhere. Boaster!
At least he got 2
What a
off
step
it,
up from
man.
the IGL.
He left Alpha,
Forced
but
a
he got 2
Bulldog,
off
and he's
of
come
that
away
shit.
with a potential round win. And look at Crashies. Look at all the space he's gathered towards the back of A. Freeing is on an island.
He is. So tight in the corner here. Clearance will spell defeat. Here's the pressure, here's the footsteps, wall goes up. Crashies all the way around to the corner. It's getting cleared out. They know roughly the position. Gotta suspect that something was up, especially with Crashies in such a deep spot. None the wiser.
Mako again.
He'll
Same
save.
as a pistol round, rotating back to the
Good
side.
Conversion.
Doesn't realize how deep somebody is.
Planted.
Crashies is just pushing the very limits of what he can get away with. I think ever since map 2, he's realized that there are gaps in what DRX are doing, whether that be to do with their micro or their macro, and he is testing the very limits of it.
He's doing good though.
He's getting away with murder.
What we need.
The kind of things that you wouldn't expect.
To be
players
honest,
to be able
though, this
to do
map's
in
really
less tense environments.
Sure, big games
really
like this,
easy to
normally
sort of like
you're thinking about the safe
slip
play.
through the net.
Not one to take risks, but
if
like
you
for
can
instance,
take
if
the
they're
risk, if
all
you're the
like
kind of person that's got
B-long
the
and
experience
they're
and know
making a
which
lot of
risks to
noise
take,
B-long,
there's also more
half
mistakes
of the
being made in
DRX
these kind of
team
big
have already
games. There's more
fucking
gaps,
moved to try and retake B.
because people do tense up, because
And there's like
you know,
that
you run
sort
out
of
of
gap
mental
between
bandwidth to be able to cover everything.
A
And here,
shot
the gap
where
was
you can
all the way
just
through lamps. Nobody from
sort of
B
sneak on
rotated
through.
over to try to pick that up.
And that's most
Just left
likely what
free
he's done.
showers.
He's just been like waiting
already
here,
seen
playing off the
difficulties here for
audio,
DRX.
waiting for him to
It
fucking
is a
leave, and
dream
then just
beginning,
slipping
potentially
through
a
the net.
closer of a map. Secure a ticket to the grand finals to get their fated matchup against NRG and a chance to potentially get their hands on a trophy that has always
Like
eluded them.
where
They've already done the
Austin
best that
was
they
at
ever
that
have at
point
a champs.
during the fucking battle.
First
He was
year, they
already,
made
like,
it to the quarterfinals,
in
and they
lamps.
took a step further again, and made 4th in 2023, and then slid back. And this year, podium finish at the very least. But eyes on the trophy. See the disappointment on the DRX coaches' faces there.
Yeah.
Not happy with the way that their team's playing it, and it makes sense. Kind of like a Flashback taking the duel over towards Showers. Flashback getting the worst end of it and having to leave.
left the stream.
Rivals just chewing them up. Sheriff's in the hands of these DRX players. It's going to have to be real precise, sharp shooting on their end if they want to see if they can find a way back.
They don't have audio on this
conceded, given up, and that's a dimensional drift now earned.
Yeah.
It's the danger, especially with these compositions on Bind, easy access to the orbs. You see the ult start to get generated, the war chest brimming with them. Big one, Hyunmin spots it. So Dash to try and disengage away from that, especially with the C's and a snake bite just in time, but looking like he might want to take a fight forwards anyway. Saturates there. Prowler meets Prowler. Salva's at the back in a dimensional drift as well. This is highlighting the position. Hyunmin, he's not sharp enough, not quick enough at all. Needs to be that back of the Bane's position completely highlighted.
The
Pinpoint
execution
accuracy
on a B
pointed out
here
by
is
that
fucking
dimensional
insane,
drift, and
man.
now you're seeing it. I mean, Fnatic are just, again, all the momentum behind them, the wind in their sails, taken from Haven to now,
Nice.
all the way to Bind.
Yeah, they're running away with
Look at
things, but I
him
think
smiling,
there is a
man.
small silver lining in this round that DRX, the pressure over towards Garden, did actually force out that dimensional drift from Kayak that they accessed by the Showers ult orb earlier on. So Fnatic at the next rifle round, the one that really matters for DRX, are not going to have that huge ult to be able to turn the tide, or rather keep the tide going in their favor. It is obviously a disaster start for DRX, but I guess my point is it could be worse. DRX, though, next round, need to find the adaptation. They could try to run a Showers crunch, right? Fnatic have been baiting that they're going to take over towards Showers repeatedly, and then when they're tapping the ult orb, it is Kayak. He's probably still going to escape, but at least you keep control of that area, especially if you do a crunch with your Yoru and you can then TP back over to B. You've got to adapt to what your opponents are doing. And right now, Fnatic are saying loud and clear, we are taking Showers. Another round, same idea. Nobody set up the crunch. Nobody really set up the fight. Hyunmin's just sat inside a Astra Star.
I don't really know what's going on at DRX. It needs a sort of hit back, okay.
Sure.
That's one way to do it. If
Just
the
hit the
players start
shot.
hitting, might be signs of life yet. Hyunmin, you are hard committed. Let's get the info he's looking for. There was a smoke blooming in his face just before.
2 recall stars. He might be tempted to push back in. Those recalls might make him think that Fnatic have left.
Looking like it, but no, disengage, pull back, and away.
Well, I think partly the reason why they're happy here is because Bane's jiggle peeking towards B long and getting them good info. So it feels like it's still going to end A.
Crashies, hold on, what's going on here? There's fights to be happening across the board. Towards this A site, Sowers are sent flying forwards up into lamps. Hyunmin, hard committed, tucked tight, and that is insanity! He's up for an ace in a round like this!
Nice one,
And
ace,
he's
bro.
pulled them straight back into the game!
What a timing for it. They needed an adjustment. I'm not sure they even had an adjustment strategically. But he just went out there and killed all 5 of the players on Fnatic, so that, I guess, will get the job done. Brent, still though, no one on DRX out of their seats. No one on DRX, from what I could see, particularly popping off either. A quite reserved reaction from Hyunmin. Acing to get the first round on the board, to fend off being eliminated from champs.
If you're not reacting at least to a play like that, then when are you going to be reacting? I think it spells it out quite clearly.
God, he's looking for another fight again. He's just sat inside these Astra Stars.
He got it done versus PaperX. DRX played against them the opening match. It looked like Jing was going to be running away with things, and it was Hyunmin to step up.
Oh, he activated.
He bought enough time for his team to lock in, shake off the nerves.
He got 20 kills in that second half.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Here, though, they've lost B-Long control, which I think was crucial for Bane to be able to get that info in the previous and get a 3-player stack on A. Yoru's messing around with the teleports.
Fake pressure.
Yeah, well, Flashbacks is real, though. He's committed to this one.
Chronicle's watching. Chronicle's watching, and look at that.
Nice.
Primed and ready onto it. It's picture perfect with a crosshair placement, and even posted his attack side up, laying claim to his life. There's only so much you can do from a spot like this. Hyunmin might be forcing the issue again. Sidestepped. Out of the eye of it, at least for now. Nightfall's going to be sidestepped. Horn forwards again, sees close quarters. Crashies more than ready. It's going to be that 5th round added up to the tally because Fnatic are not done yet.
Picture perfect response from Fnatic. One blip of Hyunmin acing and Fnatic straight back into things. Real calm. As soon as the teleport noise is made, it could well be a fake, obviously. That's what happens when you have Yorus with clones in on bind, but Chronicle tucked into a corner, make sure that he gets the punish onto Flashback, and then the attack side up that Boaster loves to bring out on this map. Punishes an info peek over towards Short as well. Mako has had the wrong read on where Fnatic are ending every single round.
Yeah.
I guess apart from the previous, where Bane was just jiggle peeking B-Long.
I mean, credit to Fnatic as well. They're throwing in enough misdirection.
Yeah.
TP in, the deep drone into showers, making it feel like it could be anywhere else. And look at it, the info peaks.
Yeah.
It's just DRX trying to put together a clear picture of where Fnatic are. Punish for it. You're playing right into the playbook of Fnatic. There needs to be a timeout, something to cancel out this momentum.
Yes, man.
And it will deliver. Hitting the panic button here is DRX because this is your last chance. You can't let a team like Fnatic just run all over you. They will take that opportunity all the way to the bitter end of the finish line.
And what I'm worried about here, Brent, is that it's not just that DRX are losing and they're down 5-1. They haven't really changed too much.
No.
They're still trying to do the same kind of stuff where it's like one solo player contesting over towards showers, no attempt really to crunch, still trying to do the same game plan of Flashback going into the sand TP. They're not reacting and responding to the changes that Fnatic are throwing out there. They're just running their own style, which is fine if it's working. Terrible idea if it's not. Hyunmin's ace has given him the ult, so that at least is a tool to be able to work with. But you know coming out of this that Boaster's going to twist things around, right? You know coming out of Dermy's timeout, it's an opportunity for Fnatic to try to land a curveball. Something weird.
Sort of idea to get them back on track.
The last 2 BO5s that DRX played, very different teams. I should say that to start. It's only Mako really that remembers those games. But they both went to 5. So in spots where DRX has made it to a 3rd place at Champs, semi-finals before, they've been able to go the full distance. Here it feels like they're running out of gas.
It's that question of best of 5 territory. They have those hidden reserves. Can they pull and dig deep?
What's the adjustment here? Bane taking a slightly deeper line over towards B-Long, just getting in front of the Viper Orb. Still Hyunmin solo contesting showers. The only major difference is that Flashback's tucked up a bit closer in short.
Not broken, 2 plays like it. Wait, Bane, he's trying to make a play! Util into the hands, tries to adjust the aim, it's crashes. Left to contain, it's an even trade out.
It's a very solo effort though.
It is, and it's all feeling like heroics. Nothing really joint together from DRX, but maybe heroics is what it will take. Flashback, Alpha gone. Out of the fight for now, but that operator still deadly and still goddamn dangerous. Boaster gets his weapon into his hands. You're playing right into the palm of his hands.
Flash to reclear. So DRX with some information. Rako holds strong.
Oh no, this is worrying, bro. This is so worrying.
Dimensional drift forward.
No, sorry, it's all gone wrong. How has Boaster managed to punish Flashback there?
Chronicle forwards taking a step, but this is free. Crosshair placement impeccable, but it's a guessing game. This Boaster could be landing anywhere. He's gambling onto the A side, excuse me. It's freeing, is going to be left wondering
Come on, Boaster,
now.
Man.
Wipes the sweat off his mouse hand and gets the plant down with 10 seconds left on the clock.
10 seconds.
Freeing, fairly far away. Boaster not with a great weapon for the job, though.
No.
Still going to be left guessing where could he be, but he's taking risks now to reposition. Has stars to work with and delay the plant. Big reposition. Wrapping all the way around. Here's it. Concuss into the pull. Disrupts it enough and buys him time. He's going to move on. It's knife out behavior. And Freeing still left guessing, but he's guessing incorrectly. The gambit going wrong. Smoke up, propped up. Showers at the TP, but that is going to be the snake bite, but it doesn't slow it down. What is that?
It's what we fucking do.
Unbelievable! Within a fraction of a second, just as he's about to die, acid creeping up, melting his ankles, he lands the shot.
Mate.
Top fragging for Fnatic. What's going on there?
It's Boaster.
Oh, he's outplayed him.
Having an absolute life game.
Like a
anticipating it.
Oh, he's done him.
He's 8-3 right now. When Boaster's playing like this, there is no stopping Fnatic.
Boaster with the attack up on Bind. Actually an iconic combo.
Made history with it.
You're ulting
now looking to do
on
it
an
again.
eco.
You've got Sheriffs to work with. Freeing's got a Stinger, a Viper's Pit, but it...
There.
It's pure desperation.
It is, man.
They're also just not doing anything different at the start of these rounds.
I
guess
they're
this
doing
time,
the same
with the pit,
shit.
they've managed to double up in showers. But they're just allowing Fnatic to run their game over and over again.
Tap to bait, there's no refight. Alpha happy to pick up the orb. He's got his ult now.
It's just got to be shots hit with the Sheriffs once more.
Form factor.
DRX put in so much reliance on their players to deliver with the mechanics.
Mechanics just isn't enough, though, against a team like Fnatic. Prowler forwards, catches that contact. Bane forced to respect it. Backs himself out. I mean, the way that Fnatic are working, they've had access to the orbs the entire bloody time. Drone's good. Saturate there, just onto the one, and it's being covered here. White face, white swing.
Nice.
Shots need to be landed, but they don't have the guns for it. It's a dynamic duo, Flashback and Hyunmin. They collapse under the might of that pressure.
The thing is, though, we still... I was
At this
going to
point,
say, we
it's
still
looking
have
like an inevitable
sight. We still have
seventh
sight.
round added up.
Freeing
I don't
has a
know
gun
what
that
the
he
fuck
could try
their
spamming
plan
with.
was the
Plant's not
Cypher,
down yet.
the
Oh,
Viper ult.
God! What is that? It's fate firmly on the side of
That's
Fnatic
it.
with plays like this. But they
What
haven't
in the fuck
stopped.
were DRX planning to do with that ult, man?
DRX have been out here running the lower
They
bracket
could have
this
used
whole
that to,
tournament.
like,
Giant
for, like, a
slaying,
retake
taking
or some
down
shit. Like,
top
what the fuck
seeds
were they doing with
left,
that?
right, and center. But against the greatest team that we have in Valorant, they are coming
Oh
up
my
short
God,
today.
bro.
They're looking out of their depth.
One enemy remaining.
More confidence, more confidence.
More confidence.
More
than that.
confidence.
Listen,
The confidence difference couldn't be bigger.
the energy's there, and it feels like an inevitability at this point. DRX, they don't have those hidden reserves.
Finally,
Well,
something
the
different.
difference is in. It's a horn play out of the TP, but Flashback taking it one step further. He
It's
feels
just
like he needs to
weapon,
take that
bro.
necessary step. Almost dying for it, almost punished. Barely alive. He's going to be limping into the next
He's going to keep
engagement.
this long shit. Watch this, man.
Posted up.
Yeah, Prowler to try to get him on the line.
Two players, double Prowler, broken early, bullets are raining. Chronicle, he's hunting, he knows he's there. Caught into the corner, the defense
Imagine
from
buying
Bane.
an op,
Horn
right?
broken.
Fucking
Sees
going
there
to
still,
the
it comes
TP
out of the
and fucking
reaction.
losing it
But he
like
can't
that,
handle
bro.
it.
Losing
Nothing
it
against the
to
heat
one
has been
dude.
turned up. Crashes.
What the fuck are you doing?
He knows what it takes to deliver a team to a grand finals, especially on the biggest stage of the year. And Kayak can just lie in wait. It's all too predictable.
This
it's
is
all too
insane.
easy.
This is not the same DRX we were playing at the start of the fucking...
The DRX
the
are
game.
left scrambling, wondering how the hell do we find our way out of this one. Mako was back against the wall, in a rock in a
Like the
hard
sunset map
place.
that we had this morning was a fucking...
It's Crash is
disaster.
just forcing the issue. He's hammering the nails into the coffin with every single kill, with every single round.
Spike planted.
The 1v4 again, Miracle plays, ordered up. but can Freeing deliver? One player found, 3 more to deal with. TP's misinformation sowing it into their minds, and what a flicking adjustment again. They can't be stopped at this point. It's Fnatic with that Dayward Destiny. They want that for Grand Finals. They want that placement there. They want access to a trophy that they've never been able to lift before.
They can feel it, can't they? The confidence in which they're taking all of these fights. When you've played enough big games like this, you can tell when your opponent's starting to crumble.
I'm saying no kills with the
increasing
Brimstone.
the pressure.
How many kills will Mako get with his Brimstone?
DRX, for once at least, try something different. They tried to pop through that teleport over towards Showers, see if they could set Flashback up. But then the refight, trying to get Flashback posted into a Viper Orb, it's like they're not taking a breath and adjusting and thinking about whether or not the decisions they're making make sense. The pressure seems like it has cracked this Korean squad. And Mako, I got a feel for him because it must be like a nightmare loop happening again. Every time he gets to these kind of positions, they just meet a brick wall.
One of the best players ever to never lift a trophy, and this has been their closest chance in a long while. Yeah, but you're exactly right. It's nightmares repeated. He's the one consistent element that's followed from Vision Strikers to DRX the last 5 years of Valorant history. It's been Mako as that centerpiece, but it's all happening again. History repeating itself. They have to turn it around. It has to be now. The final timeout used for interjection, at least on the DRX side of things. Confidence needs to be there. It couldn't be much worse for them. And at this point, they have to put in everything, because you have nothing left on the other side of it.
They're obsessed with Showers. DRX determined to try to hold this area, this time with a smoke. Locking it off, and immediately Fnatic realize that something different is happening, start to take the spike in a different direction.
And just maneuver around it, like water flowing into the cracks in the pavement. Peak timing.
For a moment there.
Well, I thought he was going to have
Mako
that,
going down. And this Viper Orb that's been in Bane's face has been horrible for him too. Chronicle keeps putting it up and down, limiting his knowledge and information that he's got access to.
It's incredibly static by DRX. Weaker guns, but not willing to take a risk in a moment like this when it could turn it around. No switch up, no change in the confidence. And Armageddon's going to be waiting to layer it down. That's a red carpet rolled out behind, and a deadly one at that. Horn's going to be dealt with. Snakebite as well, the follow-up, and a C's close quarters. Kayak is in and through, and oh man! Heads are turned, and they were not ready for that.
They had no clue.
Kayak
had an easy entry.
Shit, man.
Shooting players in the back, the side of the head.
To be honest, I had no fucking idea where he was until the second kill. He just appeared on the site.
Just has no hope, surely. 3 Sheriffs. Kaya going so wide. Yeah. I mean, this is just mad confidence.
It's done. The dreams for DRX, carrying the pride of their nation on their shoulders, the pride of Pacific. Looks like it will be ending here. It's Fnatic who are writing that next chapter, and they're using the blood of DRX to bloody do it.
It was Chronicle, actually, who we just heard say that they felt like they crumbled under the stress against NRG. Remember that for all that we talk about Fnatic being in great positions before, Champs is a little different. They haven't even been in this spot, but they have so much experience in big BO5 games. And this time they're stepping up to the moment. Rifles back online for DRX, again doubling up, this time with the Viper over towards Showers. Slightly different setup where Flashback picks up Hookah and is able to teleport away to A if they need it.
As an operator.
They've not at any point tried to fight Hookah aggro. Bane now trying to grab information over there. It does seem like a good defensive swap. I like the adjustment they've made. It's round 11. You're down 1-9.
Too little, too late.
It feels hopeless.
The ult stacked against you. DRX might have them themselves, but they've never been put in a position to use them now. Drone forwards. Pressure applied evenly across this A site. Freeing and Mako are going to be asked the most. Can you hold back the onslaught? Showers control. Vitally important. Salvos to clear on at least one side of it. Orb up.
Trying to make it difficult to tell when they're actually going for a big site hit. There are huge ultimates available for DRX. Mako's waiting, trying to figure out when to use his smokes, when to use his molly. And then, of course, he's got the orbital strike in the back of his pocket too.
30 seconds left. Star's going to be dropped down out of Dimensional Drift again to layer out a path to success. Or even the Cosmic Divide is seeing it. Everything being used. Conversion pass to slow down the approach. It's a flash in the face of Mako. He can't withstand it. It's too much. He turned up all the way. You're out of the bloody pan and into the fire at this point. It's up to Hyunmin to see if he can deliver it. Nightfall, ults, everything being invested. It's a last hurrah and a last chance at that. DRX, they got to win this out. They need to do it now. Through the box, that's another kill claimed, and it's going even at that with a 2v2.
Trading each other like fuck, man. This is
another
insane.
Flash still. Rapid action. Stars lay it down.
There's two
it's never
sites. He's not
ending.
behind him.
The pressure being pushed. One tap. Forces it.
Kron has
Cole
just
finding
sneaked
it.
behind
Seconds
them,
being
bro.
bled
It's
out.
insane.
Stun connects. Chronicle slinking in from behind. The deliver of Death and more. And he's hunting for that chance to gain another trophy.
They're just
on the
not
grave
worried
right now,
about
man.
anything. He's run in front of the waylay ult there, Chronicle, scaling with the spike, and then the post plant walks fully through lamps about as quickly as he could without making any noise. Because he's not scared about being punished.
An Astra
They know they're going to win.
Dancing.
Boaster's running out of dance moves.
I don't even know.
We should have a fucking
Not enough
Astra
boat
sticker
slots
in
at
the
this
game that's she's dancing.
10-1.
For Boaster.
One more round and a half.
He always
but
plays Astra, man. Astra or Omen.
demeanor is just in the dumps for DRX. Nothing they've done is working. Aggro play, white face at that, but straight into the operator. It's a missed shot for Boaster.
Every time they try to take the fight, somebody on Fnatic just backs up. And DRX never get that clean engagement they're looking for.
No.
Meanwhile, they lose space elsewhere.
It's a masterclass in calling that's being worked by Boaster.
That's a really good indication of Bike defaulting.
Kayak, it's a fight taken. It's just a stun off the contact. Even if Kayak is alone, it's a gate crash to get out. There will be no trade in sight. And again, risk to be taken. Freeing.
Oh, yeah.
Stepping forwards. Might be able to catch the timing again as back's turned towards him, but he fires too soon! And he's lit up on either side of things. Kayak rejoining the rest of the pack.
Is bad.
One last chance here, but Maka's not even going to get it. With the molly lay it down, 8 short controllers there.
He just keeps slipping through the net.
Time is ticking.
It's Fnatic that are working him like a fiddle, though. Hyunmin forwards onto the angle. It needs to be sharp, needs to be more. Stunned up into the corner. Alpha takes it. Bane towards the back. It's left into that 2v2. One last chance to really correct the course. Fnatic sidestepping, dwindling into the fight. Damage done to all of them from behind. Mako gives him a lifeline, a shot in the dark. But they have to follow it all the goddamn way. It has to be perfection on the second half.
DRX have put themselves in such a hole here. It's a nightmare scenario, a 2-10.
Yeah, let's go.
I thought we were gonna crowd, man.
Fnatic have had accomplishments before. Lock-in, we all remember that. Masters Tokyo. The one big one that's always eluded them has been that Champs Trophy, and now they stand on the precipice of making it further than ever before for a chance to potentially take it to NRG in that uppers all the way. Dance and really a date with destiny for themselves.
Here's Boaster in your Coinbase Econ Report, putting down a fabulous first half, buying up the operator and getting great value out of it too. I think the calling though was just masterful.
It was.
In that half. The way that he danced around the fights that DRX wanted to take. And let me be clear, it's also a crumble from DRX. There's no getting around that. But the mental fortitude really being shown here couldn't be more different on both sides. And now it just falls to Fnatic to close things out cleanly and not give DRX a shred of hope.
Like most comebacks, it's going to have to start with a pistol round, but I'm not going to sell you it just yet. It's looking all too insurmountable.
Yeah, it feels very similar to Corrode, where Fnatic were just completely in charge.
Time it ticks down, though.
Here we go.
Game is afoot.
So I put
pressure on immediately here. Deep Horn, Hyunmin wants
we
to take
will
that
get
line.
a flawless this half.
Catch a contact to most of that one here. It's
going
going to be blooming that smoke in their face, making it difficult for DRX to get sort of foothold.
Flashback, the furthest one in over towards Showers. Had a very rough half. Inexperienced player looking to try to get a bit more confidence, taking the challenge.
Now there, he's eager for that fight. Feels like he has to redeem himself, perhaps. What a util collapsing onto A short. Deadly trap, and even deadlier still, there's multiple layers to this. Players lying in wait like Crashies. Maya's gone though, it's freeing forward, but no follow-up onto Hyunmin. This is disjointed at best, and DRX is still making the best of it. Find their way forwards, smoke dissipates, and with it the kills are claimed and collected. Peralta added all up, DRX.
Pistol predictions fucking wrong,
yet.
man. Everything, I get them so wrong.
Another lifeline. Mako gave them one to end the half. And now freeing a Flashback combo together. I'm not even sure that he was intended to get that opener. That looked like he was aiming for the clone. Either way, 3 with 3. Flashback follows up, and DRX give themselves a shred of hope.
There's no shot. I'm
attack
getting
side
this
execs really strong, but we were talking about that on Corrode, and they just never even materialized.
No, and now it's all about just making sure that you have no weak spots, no sore spots, making sure that you clean out around like this as best as you can when you have that weapon in your hand. Mako, sure not to get overwhelmed. Could have been deadly. We've seen Fnatic thrifty multiple times over the course of this series so far.
Yeah, this one doesn't look particularly likely. Crashies and Kayank left with classics. Important that you don't allow a big ult snowball to happen, but Marco's you're not too worried about. It's this
buffer.
Yeah, it's this kind of dive in that Boaster will have been prepping for. We saw the prep come out on Corrode. I think that's the most similar map in terms of drawing comparisons. But Fnatic were really ready with some crossfire setups to try to punish the way that Hyunmin and Flashback want to get in. If Fnatic have done that level of prep here on Bind, I mean, the game should already be over, we just don't know it. But 10-4, a 6-round lead. It's Fnatic who are known for the comebacks. Fnatic that have pulled it off.
That's a rifle. Hey up. Has to be reclaimed, tapping away, Ghost is there in time.
Yes.
Hands are freeing.
Crashy's desperately just trying to throw it off the edge of the map there, I think.
He did it.
I think, was that a pistol that he recovered?
That was a pistol on the ground.
Yeah, I don't think he managed to get the rifle back in the end there, actually. So this is the first test for Fnatic. Maintaining composure and dealing with what DRX have got to throw at you.
They're just cheering for the gun off the bloody map, man.
Well,
that's the state of mind that Fnatic are in. They feel like they've already won.
Yeah, spirits are high. I think everybody watching feels like they've already won as well. The question is whether DRX can make you doubt.
Yeah, they're going to have something to say about it here. Flash and a horn. Lines it up in the face of Crashies, but he does break it in time. Prowler primed, held in hand. That's a miss onto the corner. Flashback being inserted.
They're ready to go for this crunch. Look at Alfier's position. He's just backed it up now. He was thinking about going through the TP.
Lash Prowler, and there's a squeeze occurring. Out from the short angle, double dash up towards the top. Kayak! Tight. Again, he can't actually escape out of that spot. So the spam is enough with the Traces. Chronicle forwards again. Chronicle! Chronicle! My God, man! Flashback now is going to be forced to answer back as best as he can in a spot like this, but it's just too much! The trophy cabinet is brimming for Kron. A man like this, and he's rising to the occasion, to the chance and the challenge to take it all away.
He's a guy that just seems to get better the more the pressure is applied. There's a reason that he's been on winning rosters time and again.
I feel it. He's actually going to terminate them.
16 and 6. Look at some of these shots. How sharp and quick they are.
He's just locked in.
He really is. He's in the
Fucking
flow
hell,
state.
man.
You don't pull off a comeback against that kind of Chronicle. So the bonus round goes nowhere for DRX. And they have really one last hope at making this snowball a reality. Otherwise,
I have the spike.
It's doomed.
Finished, done, dusted. It is your year done. Despite themselves setting low expectations, coming in as a 4th Pacific seed themselves, trying to take it one game at a time and having fun with it. Despair is creeping in.
Yeah, you can't help but hope for more when you get into a position like this.
Exactly, and then it all just becomes a little bit too real. Even if you were playing with a house money! Bait and switch.
What a punish. And he is becoming the Terminator. Flashback, reels back. Grabs an ult orb, 2 away though still. Not close to providing that opportunity for his team to engage. They're going to have to do this one at 4v5. NRG were winning a bunch of them against Fnatic. But DRX got to go through a nasty crossfire setup here.
How do you deal with it? Kayak tucked up here. Chronicle's going to be forced fight out into the open. That's a shot that does get claimed. Familiar position. Kayak still playing here. Will get traded out in the end. Even exchange at that. 3v3. DRX still to get that plant down, and the pressure is relentless. The Util still coming out, and Alpha creeping from behind. He's found it. The right time to strike with Hyunmin gone. Comes down to the shots, and he needs to be landed now. DRX trying to carve a path, trying to carve anything at all. But 12 rounds is inevitable. Fnatic will not be denied.
Up to 12. One more round.
Huge performance out there from the players under pressure after Chronicle went down. And Fnatic get their way up to match point. They have 8 opportunities to close this game out in a 3-1 fashion. Not even seeing the 5th map here. They go on a rematch with a chance for revenge against Crashy's old team. The crowd behind them.
That'd actually be so sick
DRX
if they managed
desperately
to
clinging
get
on.
the crashes.
But this map felt like it was over
against
a long time ago.
NRG.
Dream close to dying here for DRX. Flash forwards, aggression, name of the game. The weaponry not good. Judge Stinger's rifle in hand, a Spectre maybe the trail at the end.
Unbelievable.
Dimensional drift earned up. It's all or nothing now for DRX. Taking it forward here, but Fnatic gearing up themselves down into a short angle. Kron spotted out, outside of it. That's a judge in your face, and the trades are coming in. Thick, fast and ready already. Bane is running all over them, but shots in the back, shots in the dark. Oh! That's surely done it. Fnatic, the uncrowned kings, are looking for that final trophy, that final throne, and as always, eluded them. They are coming for NRG's neck.
Fucking grand finals, here we go.
An opportunity at revenge, well earned today.
Fucking
they fend off DRX twice in a row after these squads had gone back and forth across history. And Mako, a small smile on his face. It all crumbled around him today towards the end, but you can be proud of what they put together, this rookie version of DRX. Today, though, not enough to be able to take down Fnatic.
It's where that miracle, though, of Rack and Run will die. It will finish just before the finish line. But for Fnatic or Smiles, they have a date with destiny in that rematch against NRG. And a chance to lay claim and put their hands on a trophy. As I said prior, it's always eluded them. It's been the gap in the cabinet.
Well done,
DRX, they can't be proud.
So well.
Bows across the board. 4th seed for Pacific coming into this.
Yeah, and equalising their best tournament run ever, which was a champs in 2022. But Fnatic, you're right to put the focus there because they've never been in a champs grand final. They know it. They've never even been in a champs lower bracket final, and they played today, as you would expect, like the goats that they are. Super experienced, an incredible squad, able to rely on pillars like Chronicle and Crashies who have been in those finals. But Fnatic have been at every single champs, and this the first one where it really feels like they have a chance of being able to win.
Where it feels real, doable for them. Deepest placement they've ever had on the biggest stage in the game.
Fucking yes, man. So happy.
Awaiting them in that grand final, NRG.
Showmanship towards the end there by Alpha. Respect.
Yeah, that's the thing, when you are so experienced, you know what it is to lose in those kind of moments too. You learn from those losses. Fnatic looks scary though. There's a couple of games here. I mean, Corrode and Sunset, they hadn't even showcased. Bind, they hadn't won on at this tournament. And so being able to turn around those massive maps, Sunset less so, but Corrode and Bind, they stomped today. They really absolutely dominated.
It's pure showmanship, domination from them, but for now we're going to set it down to the stage for the Horizon post-match interview.
Fnatic est en grande finale. Fnatic in grand finals here in the MEA, and I'm gonna have to grab the hero of the day. Chronicle, you're gonna be back at signing very soon. First of all, congratulations. What an insane performance, aura farming, everything. And I need to tell you that it feels emotional to see you back on a grand finals at Champs. It has been so long since the last time. We know that you guys were a bit disappointed after your match against NRG yesterday, yet you came today in such a big fashion. So what was the secret recipe for a speedy recovery like that?
Fnatic always come back. I hope NRG will not forget about it tomorrow.
Oh, so it's gonna be time for revenge, right? Du coup, on sait que vous étiez un petit peu déçus de votre match contre NRG hier. Vous revenez aujourd'hui en grande forme. C'est quoi le secret? Bah, tout simplement, NRG, Fnatic peuvent toujours revenir, donc ne l'oubliez pas. And we're gonna see that tomorrow, of course. And since 2021, we've been following you, and we've rarely seen you as emotional, as concerned about doing good for the boys as this year with this roster. So what makes it so special to make grand finals with these boys specifically?
I think, honestly, I'm just happy for us because we had a rough start towards about this year, like literally maybe one of the worst kickoffs for us, and we come back to the stage so good, like a lot of second places in international tournaments, and right now another grand final of international. It honestly feels insane.
Where you belong, Chronicle, I'm not gonna lie. Donc deuxième question, forcément depuis 2021 on te connaît, c'est rare de le voir avoir autant d'émotions, Chronicle, vouloir autant faire bien pour ses coéquipiers. Donc pourquoi avec ce roster-là en particulier? Bah, je suis trop content pour moi et pour mes teammates. On a eu un kick-off compliqué, un des pires kick-offs forcément de l'histoire de Fnatic, et du coup on est trop fiers. Do you want to say something in French maybe?
No, NRG, we're coming for you, and we're going to be ready tomorrow. The crowd is with us right now tonight, and you better be ready. When you're eating your dinner tonight, you better know that we're ready. When you're watching our VODs, you better know we're going to be ready. And when you're in bed having nightmares about us, you know we're going to be ready.
Let's go.
Soyez prêts, vos sera des mots pour ses teammates, and I'm going to get back to you, Chronicle, for one last question. Chronicle, as a player, we've seen you growing. You know, we've seen you growing as an individual also. So looking back at it, those 4-5 years of Valorant, what are you the most proud of yourself, and what do you want to show NRG tomorrow?
Honestly, our confidence, our consistency. Like, you know, there's not that many opportunities to play in grand finals of champs. Believe me, I played it 2 rounds already. I played it second time. I hope, and I'll try my best to make it successful now.
Wow, and we trust you on that for sure. Donc dernière question, on t'a vu beaucoup évoluer, de quoi est-ce que tu es le plus fier? Eh ben j'ai déjà joué dans des finales de Champions, c'est très rare d'avoir cette opportunité, donc je vais la saisir et on va tout casser demain. Thank you so much guys, make some noise for Chronicle in the arena. Thank you. and we're gonna meet you tomorrow for grand finals. Fnatic versus NRG. See you tomorrow. À demain.
Let's see these fucking
moly.
replays.
Thank you so
man.
much for that, Lou. We are now joined by the one and only Alfier. Brother, congratulations. You're going to the finals here at Valorant Champions Paris. First and foremost, man, how does it feel to, after the hardships you dealt with, not being able to make that first game or that game when Doma filled in until now? What a journey this has been for you.
This is interesting journey for me.
Yeah.
I didn't surprise when I'm coming here.
Yeah.
I didn't thought we're gonna go final or I'm gonna get sick and Doma is gonna play. It was like all random things. But right now I'm so happy, to be honest. We could make final because after Doma played and they won with Doma, I felt like, oh, this team can win without me.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I got to give yourself a little credit because every time we see you, you're always bringing energy. You're always trying to bring the team together. Do you feel like, more importantly, that's like a big part of your role on the team to kind of be, just that central figure that uplifts everyone else?
Yeah, my energy is really good. So like, other than the other players, like have the same energy, of course.
Yeah.
But the way I share the energy with other people is always positive, and I'm like, when we feel really bad, I'm just making them hype again.
Good.
And I'm that person. And I'm also like hype and shooter person, so.
He's making it easy.
He really is.
Yeah. That's so
That's
good.
cool,
So
man.
you had a rough start to today. You lose Sunset, but then you guys just come roaring back on Corrode. Like, what happened after map 1 that you guys just seemed to hit that gas pedal and you never let go?
To be honest, when we play Sunset, I think we are really good Sunset team, but we just didn't play any official. That's why we didn't know our mistakes. And now we played Sunset. I mean, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. On Sunset, we know we were better than them. We were out shooting them. I think individually we are better players than them. So we just said, this is just map, boys. When we go to the comfort maps, we're gonna be like win easy.
So you're doing great on K, especially in the open streams that you hit all requirements
The way
top
that you
10.
guys started off so strong, because we
So
were all
scale
like
can be shared and
unsure
come with
of
Keck
what
if
you
you're
guys were
looking
going to be
real
bringing
fast
to the
match
table on
ends.
Pro, but it just looked so good on your end. Did that not
No.
shock you at all? You're like, oh no, we know that, because you said you felt like you were better than them, but did Corrode surprise you with how good you guys were on that map?
I didn't spread at all. I think, like I said, I think we are individually better than DRX. I mean, I'm also thinking we are better than NRG as well.
Okay.
So
okay.
if we
I don't know what the
just
script is
play
with
like
that.
us, if we don't doubt ourselves,
Yeah.
we're gonna like easy win.
Yeah.
Okay, so that leads me into tomorrow. Like, what's going to be the difference maker here? You came back to face NRG there after taking a very short break, thank God, and then you're back in. You
I can't
can't
even
get
see
through
my
there
Twitch
to
num-
the
my
grand
Kick
finals. They're going to have
numbers,
that
to be honest. It
two
only
map
ever shows
veto.
my Twitch
What do you
number.
think it's going to take tomorrow to beat them? Obviously, your shooting is good. Nobody doubts that. What else? What else are we going to see, maybe?
I mean, their map pool is similar to us, so I think that's why we're gonna win against them.
Yeah.
Because their map pool is not different than ours. I mean, we have 7 maps if you consider us. But I will make sure. Where is the cam? NRG.
Oh, you're right there. You're right there. You're right there. Oh wait, are you cutting a promo too? Are we doing a pro
they're all doing it, bro.
Go for it.
Everyone will do
NRG,
it.
if you pick Abyss tomorrow, you can make sure we are not losing like that this time, bro. I know, bro. I know this strat now.
Yeah, you guys, after the loss, you guys talked about it and went back and checked out the VOD, or were you just really focused on ensuring you got through this and tonight's
Nah,
going to be like
NRG had
really
it-
hammering down the strats for
NRG
tomorrow?
had it set up
I mean,
like so
I mean,
differently.
probably we're gonna go chill today. I think I do believe that we can easily win tomorrow if we just, like I said, if we play like Fnatic.
Okay.
If you don't have a negative energy, if you don't just like feel sad or something in the day, if you just be positive, I think our team is unstoppable.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me a little bit. What was going on with Crashies today? He played out of his mind. I mean, he was going nuts. I mean, obviously the energy's there for the whole team, but he had individually maybe one of the best performances we've ever seen from him.
I think this is the best team I ever had in my life, to be honest. We had like a really good team at 2023 as well, but I think this team, which I like, if somebody can't shoot in this team, others in the back. Like if he can't shoot, I'm on their back. Like it's always, if someone can shoot, someone is just shining, and everyone have really like good skills.
Next man up.
Yeah, next man up. So.
Were you kind of
To be honest, I've
taking
noticed that
all
from
the
them.
way back prior to kickoff,
Like
or when
that
kickoff
last
happened.
game there,
Crashy
purely
joins the team.
Chronicle. At the start, it
is
was
this like a thing where you were like,
Austin
oh
sneaking
man,
in
here
through
comes
the
this
fucking
America's
backs
player
of
joining the
the
lineup?
sites
Were
where
you
they were
excited?
pushing
Were you,
the
because
opposite
obviously
side.
he had a lot of pedigree, a lot
And
of
then towards the end
experience
of the
and
game,
all
it was
that.
Chronicle just sweeping up on
And
defense.
did you think that with Crashy's
Like
coming into the
individually,
team,
they
and
all
that
shine at
these are the
different
kind of
moments.
highs
Even
that you guys
Bolster
would be
in
able
that
to hit
last
together?
game,
to be
he
honest,
went
when
round
Crashy
and
joined
round
this
and
team,
round without
Jake
getting
and
hit
me, like
with,
Bolster and me, were like, oh, this guy is so
without
bad,
dying.
bro. I'm not
And he
gonna.
kept fucking fragging with the ult. You know what I mean?
When he joined the team first time on kickoff, he was like so bad. He wasn't ready to play at all.
Yeah.
But he is really good player, and he is also like outside good player.
Yeah.
He is like, he's grinding gym. He's doing everything correct in the game.
Sam always had a lot of amazing things to say about him.
Yeah, in the game, out of the game, he is the guy like you should look and just learn stuff.
Yeah.
So like when he come first, he was not that great, but I think he is right now. Really
I think
good.
he's okay now, right?
He's okay.
It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal, man.
Go for it.
He did pretty well. So you guys have been to a couple international finals this year. Another one coming up. You know, you guys have fallen just short. Obviously, we've talked a little bit about the difference. You've talked about the mentality and things like that, but you know, are you going to be able to get in the minds of NRG? You know, you're already out there yelling at them, and Boaster's, you know, you got things to say. Boaster's got things to say. Do you think that that's going to be part of the strategy here, that psychological damage?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we are really motivated right now because
Yeah.
we lost 2 international trophy, and that's so bad. Like, after that, both like international finals, we all cried.
Yeah.
We were just crying, holding like, it was so bad. I don't know how to explain, but
No, I understand. It was an emotional moment for you
it
guys.
was really emotional. So we don't want that emotions again.
Yeah.
We just want to cry because of happiness, not because of sad.
That's
anymore.
true. That's true. That's true. Hey, man, I respect that. Very profound of you, my friend. Well, look, Alfier, thank you. Stick with us for a moment there. I'll ask you 1 or 2 more questions in a moment. But for now, though, we do have to say goodbye to DRX. One hell of a run for the 4th-seeded team coming out of the Pacific region. Paper Thin, you've casted this team time and time again. All these iterations, the ups and the downs. You know, what's your report card, if you will, for this DRX team as we send them home?
Yeah, I mean, for this entire event, it's near an A, right? Like they're so close to pushing through to a grand finals. Obviously, coming up against an unbelievably difficult opponent in Fnatic, but just getting here in general. Very, very impressive, because this is a team that's had to deal with roster shuffles. They've had to deal with changes in metas when they had seemingly such a good read on the meta earlier. So all of these things, and they've been able to face that adversity, get to a spot that no one thought they would, you know, back to where they did at Istanbul in 2022, get another 3rd place. That's well above expectations for them, so there's a lot to be proud of.
Oh, without a doubt. But there you could see the road ahead of us. It all comes down to the final 2. The run back that we've all been looking forward to, NRG versus Fnatic. Of course, it sets the table for an incredible matchup, and they will meet on that stage tomorrow. Alfier, before I let you go, my friend, you want to give me a prediction on the score? What do you guys think you're going to do tomorrow?
I think it depends the first map.
Yeah.
I think if we win the first map, it's 3-0.
Ooh.
But
Okay.
if we can't win the first map, I will say 3-2.
Okay.
Yeah,
You think it
3-2.
could go 5? Hey, I mean, they're a great team, regardless. You're both phenomenal squads, right? You both are here for a reason, you know what I mean? So I think at the end of the day, we're just excited to see some damn good Valorant.
Yeah.
And I know you are as well, my friend. Alfier, we've been covering your career for so long, from the young guy joining Fnatic to now this veteran who has really been forged in the fires of competition. Bro. You have truly, truly exceeded all expectations. I'm sure you feel that as well. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm still young, by the way.
He's still young. He's still young. Don't get it twisted. But he's, you know, veteran.
He's a veteran in this game,
right?
man.
You know, you feel it, right? You know,
Yeah.
we got the experience up there.
It's so funny that because I'm the veteran of the team, kinda, but I'm 20. I'm the youngest still. Right?
Hey, but you know what, man? One thing I've always loved about you, you carry yourself like an absolute king, and you are just such a genuine dude, and it always comes off on that stage, man.
Thank you.
All right, brother. You have a good one. That's going to do it for us here today. Of course, a massive congratulations to Fnatic. They will be meeting up against NRG tomorrow in our grand finals, where we will crown our next Valorant World Champion. We'll see you then, folks. Fnatic have forged themselves through the setbacks and ups and downs, a legacy of greatness. But on the other side, DRX, can this underdog strike yet again?
Here comes the Breach ultimate.
Mako is still holding down a convergent path, like you said, and that sets it up beautifully. Mako strikes where it hurts. Mako squares up to it, 4-piece for him to finish. Freeing, just putting the bullet straight to the body. Double holding up. Hyunmin is fast onto the scene of the crime. Now, YouTuber, what is that? It's Alpha again. Shouts out his authority onto the round. What a stamp to end round 12. Still that util up, wall into your face in close quarter combat. That's where it's going to be thriving now. Hunter's Fury, another layer towards it. And there is no comfortable ground to stand. DRX, they fill up the feed. And what a statement it is. Crashy's instinct kicking in, the awareness in the back of his mind that he is being pressured from multiple locations. Crashy's, no way! No way! DRX can catch a bloody break! Double dash into that smoke to try and dominate that angle. Still it's Chronicle, he's forward. Going for the reclearance, but Kayak plays it well. The emphasis and the onus being placed onto DRX. They're the ones who have to fight their way past this one because it is a slow from 1,000 cuts, man! Fnatic answer, and we are 1-1 in this best of 5 lower finals. Cage in your face though, and this is damage being dished out on either side of things. Boaster still with that control. It's going on either side. Mako, he's done him dirty with that one. No one willing to give him that fight. Mako! It's illegal! Can't be doing it to him. Double dash over towards it, but that's a pocket to play in. Alpha strikes where it hurts the most. Hyunmin is just trying to punch a hole through the defense. It's too much though. Way too much.
A sick recovery in the half from Fnatic.
So we're going to try and take the play here. What is going on? Lit up, freeing. Really being ISO. Boaster! One is missing, flash into the back. Oh my! Haven is Fnatic's, despite the best efforts of DRX. Alpha gone, out of the fight for now, but that operator still deadly and still goddamn dangerous. He spotted this player out, dimensional drift forward. No way! Sorry, it's all gone wrong. Showers of the TP, but that is going to be the snake bite, but it doesn't slow it down. What is that? Convergent pass to slow down the approach. It's a flash in the face of Mako, he can't withstand it. Seconds being bled out, stun connects. Chronicle slinking in from behind to deliver of death and more.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Boaster's running out of dance moves.
I don't even know.
Spam is enough for the traces. Chronicle forwards again. Chronicle! My God, man! Flashback now is going to be forced to answer back as best he can in a spot like this, but it's just too much. The uncrowned kings are looking for that final trophy, that final throne that has always eluded them. They are coming for NRG's neck.